Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
So that's Hootie. Hootie thinks he's dating Carrie Underwood, and you cannot talk any sense into him.
Nope.
None.
He'll live in his trailer and said he's the happiest he's ever been. A 16-foot trailer.
You know who I feel most for is his kids.
Yeah.
Because he's got 2 daughters, and they need a dad.
Stable.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Whatever, Lummy. This is the same one I hear every day. Whatever. Just whatever.
But this is the same one. You said you wanted to keep this one.
Oh, okay. So I did. So I didn't know if that had been implemented.
Yeah, we do that right when you say it.
All right. So I don't give you guys near the credit, do I?
No.
Well, can I tell you why? Because it used to be. You can't blame me here. In the fact that I take the low road anytime I ask for something to get done, and I just assume that it's not done. Because, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. The other person that worked in that job, literally, I'd ask, for a month. Hey, can we do this? Yeah, well, I'll get right on it. Okay? Next 1 week later. I feel like SpongeBob. One week later. I had a meeting with that person just like I do you guys right before the show. I'd be like, hey, man, Then he used my forgetfulness. I go, hey, man, didn't I last week tell you that I needed, the rack room cleaned out? Like, I really need that cleaned out. Oh, yeah, I'll get on it. Literally,
Idiot.
I'm telling you right now, sometimes it would take 2 months of me asking for a particular task, and finally then I would just lose it. I remember. I would lose it. I would just lose it on him and be like, my God.
Because you would ask me to do something, I would go to Blitz and ask him. Sorry, didn't mean to mention him. But he would then blow it off, and then you get mad at me and because he just wouldn't do it. Yeah. But Macho, on the other hand.
Oh, my God. We got the other end of the spectrum. I'm so conditioned for things to take, 2, 3, 4 days that when Macho Man has them done in 2 or 3, 4 hours,
Macho's got a $6 gooseneck for everybody. Right out of his own pocket.
This is this guy. Oh my God, Seth, why are you so financially aggressive?
Yeah, what was that all about, man? Like, he just had this whole money thing. I was trying to stay quiet.
So let me ask you a question, Total. If you're just a fly on the wall, what's it like listening to one of my staff meetings? Like, do I sound dumb? Do I sound impressive? Hold on. Do I sound impressive? Do I sound more like a businessman than people would assume? Do I show you that I really am a 40-year seasoned radio veteran in vernacular and tasks that I hand? Most radio guys don't have to be in charge. They just do a shift and they're with another dude. Like, they don't have a staff of, people needing to get, things done.
It's like a savant, like somebody that's crazy, but it all makes sense.
Yeah, there you go. I'm a savant. So anyway, right before the show, we're just getting ready to go. I mean, literally. I mean, it's a process. You got all the bumpers hitting and stuff like that. Yeah. And you're getting your headphones on, and you're trying to make sure that you have all your, you have your Rumble and your YouTube. You have at least those, and maybe your Twitch, Facebook, and X. I pull all of those up and click between them all to make sure that that's where we're heard visual and locals. So, but visually, I try to open up all the screens because all of those places have such what we so adorn as chat.
Yes.
And those people are just so wonderful.
They're great.
We love them.
Yes.
Listen, we really do love them. It's just a few of them that are dicks. But my Lord. Let me, on a sadder note, I forgot to say this yesterday, and I feel horrible because Greg and Amy are just absolutely the upper crust of Bubba Army as far as royalty. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, they are.
I mean, listen, again, there's a guy driving a logger truck somewhere in Washington that just all he does is watch us on Rumble. That's it. Doesn't pay nothing, doesn't give us any money, doesn't do anything. But listen, buddy, you're just as much of Bubba Army as, some of the great ones like the John Costikas and the Greg and Amy's and the Scott Landers and
But if you want us to start calling you up by name, Logger, just start sending us
if you want to
cash.
be Logger Larry, man, you just start throwing us some cash, and Logger Larry's going right to the top, buddy.
That's
so,
right.
I mean, just think about it. You're driving around as a nobody in life, but you could actually be a somebody. You could be Logger Larry on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Then when you go down there and pick up your logs, you could tell the other loggers, hey, man, go to YouTube and watch this guy. His name's Bubba the Love Sponge.
Go to the 2 hour and 48-minute mark.
Well, yeah, hold on. No, watch the whole damn thing because, I mean, what the hell are they? Those poor guys listening to? It's good radio. I mean, it's good. Like it'll make the miles go quicker as you're logging Larry. And so he gets 4 or 5 of his buddies down there at the log pickup deal, and now they're watching us because Logger Larry says, hey, I called in the show at the 2 hour and 46-minute mark. Well, that would be when Bubba would decided to take the phones off busy, but Bubba does not like talking to people, so Logger Larry probably will never get to call in. So sorry.
We'll just talk about Logger Larry and the $20 he gave. Like T-shirt
Right.
low 25 and Beach Meadow Detectives 10 on the super chat.
Those are new. That we can consider new listen like new money. Lummy can be Logger Larry money.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some Logger Larry money.
Sure do.
Which is like a first time deal.
Is he listening or watching? I don't know how safe it is for a meth out logger to be watching a show.
Let's hope that the methed out logger, Larry Logger, is listening to us on Florida Man Radio or on the Bubba Army app or whatever. Let's however
Lock it up and dump his load out all over the ice road.
kill people, and then be like, listen, why did you kill all these people? Well, because I was trying to hit the Bubba Army app so I could listen live, and I didn't have my hand, trying to hit that app, not trying to miss any of the show, because today's Tuttle, please, the guy's one of my favorite, tried to kill himself one time, then got sent to the funny farm, and the rib was on him. Listen, Pat, I'm telling you, I've told so many people that I really didn't think you were trying to kill yourself, that you just took a bit, you just took a bit too far.
It got away from you.
Yeah, you shot too hard on a bit, and it got away from you, and then you got yourself in a whole bungle of trouble.
Overdrove the corner and went right into the wall.
You did. You overdrove the corner, pushed, and it was like that. Remember that last lap 2 years ago from that dude, Ross Chastain?
At Martinsville?
Yeah, and he just floored it and put it against the wall on the last lap, knowing that the car could literally only last a lap that way because you'll tear the sheet melt off. Like, it'll get right down to the frame. But you do got to probably about 3/4 of a lap before you destroy your car. And he went, he was...
It's like the Hot Wheels track back in the day.
Oh, and he floored it, and he just put it right against the wall and just floored it. And just went around everybody and made the playoffs. Remember, it was the last spot for the playoffs?
Last man in.
And so, yeah, that's what you are. You Ross Chastain yourself just right around the corner.
Got me out of the business, though. I didn't get in the playoffs.
Oh, no, you never did you, buddy?
No.
It did get you the business. What, 5 days of being in the funny farm? Wasn't it the worst?
Oh, it sucked.
Was it 5 days?
Yeah, it was about 6.
And you know damn well you're never going to kill yourself. You were just trying to be funny in the morning. It got away from you, and then you got defiant, and it just was crazy. So anyway, welcome back, buddy.
Well, thank you.
And supposedly you said you had something, an offering?
Yeah, I brought an offering. I went to a rocket launch out in the middle of nowhere, basically, and I ran into these...
Now, hold on. Tuttle lives on the other coast. For all those that aren't familiar with the Tuttle's travel, Tuttle used to live in Tampa with Colton. He lived in the garage when I don't know how many stints. And you know what, Tuttle? Mark this time coming back. We're going to bring you even more. But so mark this as a stint as well. Counting this comeback, how many times have you been fired and came back on this show?
7.
Jeez. Vegas Bubba Army $20 super chat.
For real?
Yeah,
You've been fired and we've let you back 7 times?
Yep.
Doesn't that say something for both of us? I mean, really, doesn't it say something like you have? I mean, your gimmick in radio is that you've been on almost every major radio show, starting with Ron and Ron. From Ron and Ron to me to Drew Garabo to let's just go through all the shows that you've either been a co-host. Well, most of the time you were just a piss boy.
Yes.
I mean, most of the time you were just Johnny Stunt Guy.
Cutting up best of, archiving.
Well, yeah, Johnny on the streets. John, that's you were the irritator. You know what I'm saying? You were the guy that they sent out to cause problems. You were the guy that when they had 2 girl boxers in here, they made you put gloves on and fight a girl.
Yeah.
And they that kind of deal. You were either a stunt boy or like a segment producer, but you weren't big time.
No.
I mean, no, you were, hold on. You were big time, but you never had a sitting. I don't think, I think was I the first person to put you in a sitting co-host capacity?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, that says something. Everybody else is piss boys, but who's the guy that sets you down as a co-host?
You.
That should show you how I don't even know if you appreciate me as much as you should.
You pretty much made his career, Bubba.
Well,
if it weren't for you, he would not be on the radio one day a month on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Don't forget the podcast.
That's right.
I'm squeezing every little thing I can out of that
That's
brand.
right.
Well, here's the deal. Just like I'm trying to squeeze every little thing I can out of your notoriety and brand, I'm also trying to build you up. You do realize that. Nobody can put anybody over more than I can. I mean, no. When you were with other shows, you didn't have I got you over so hard.
T-shirts.
You had T-shirts. I mean, did I not have you over?
Oh, big time.
I mean, and I would sit with you. We'd talk about bits and how to work with me. I mean, it's an art. Listen, guys,
You're really taking credit for Tuttle's whole catalog of work today, aren't you?
No, I'm not. But I think his best work is my catalog. I think his best work is in my catalog, not the other shows. I wanted to count down the shows that you worked for. Ron and Ron.
Ron and Ron. I spent a stint as the morning show producer at Magic 107.7.
Oh, you did? But that was like, Rhonda and Fred?
Yeah, they wouldn't even let me talk.
No, but like do you remember the morning? Who are the people?
It was Dean Muccio and Darby. Dean and Darby.
Guy and a girl?
Yes.
Yeah, and it was just that warm kind of nonsense, and you were just, supposed to print the complete sheet and, some stuff to talk about. That's, and answer the telephones.
Yes, yeah. Their whole thing was a station you can listen with little ears in the car.
There you go.
That's cute.
So you go from the Ron and Ron to the Magic Morning Show.
Back to the Monsters. Then I became.
No, hold on. Let's not just skip over to then. No, then you went to the Monsters.
Yes.
Right? And how long of a stint and what capacity was that?
About 3 years.
This should be a standalone Tuttle's radio timeline. So hold on, let's back up. We're gonna in fact back up and start this over so that it's cleaner for Rhett. Get it?
Okay.
I'm saying, he didn't have to do any of what we just talked about. He can pick it up from here. I'm going to streamline it. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Just dance with me, kid. Do you not sometimes look at me in awe as the greatest host that you've ever had the ability to work for? I mean, please, I'm the GOAT compared to some of the people you've worked for.
I would agree.
You're supposed to.
I would agree. I would agree.
You're supposed to be there a little quicker, kid.
Okay, sorry.
You're supposed to be there a little quicker.
Come on, Tyler.
All right. Here we go. I'll
You're supposed
stab
to
in.
be there quicker.
I'll stab in.
No, it's okay. We're resetting the whole deal anyway. So anyway, listen. Here's the deal. So Tuttle, tell me about your radio timeline and what title you had and how long you were there for. Okay? All right.
First radio show, I got an internship with the Ron and Ron show. Well, it was Ron and Fez at the time.
Right, and where was this located?
That was in Daytona Beach.
Right, people don't know that the Ron and Ron show kind of, at least the Bennington portion of it, came from the Daytona Beach area. Tampa wasn't his first market.
Ron and Fez was a great show.
Right, Tuttle? Ron Bennington, Tampa wasn't his first market. He'd already been to Daytona.
Yes.
Right. Mm-hmm. All right, so you're with the Ron and Fez show, and you're just what?
I was just their call screener and their man on the street.
Now, Tuttle, I don't want you over embellishing what you really are. Like if you were a piss boy, you can just say I was. You know what I'm saying?
Piss boy.
Okay, well, no, I mean I don't. That doesn't necessarily have to be the answer to everything.
All right,
but. You've been jobbed out more than others on certain jobs. Like the Magic people didn't have you as a piss boy.
Well, no, I didn't get to talk. I was the board op.
That doesn't mean piss boy means like they're throwing you out in the streets and shooting you with, or like like what we did with you, where we put you in a coffin with crabs nipping at your balls and things. I mean, all the stunts you've been through.
You worked for the Magic?
No, Magic 107.7.
Oh, okay.
Where have you been, buddy?
Sorry, I got excited.
Where have you
station
been?
that little ears can listen to.
Hold on, we've talked about it like 4 times. Where have you been?
You restarted Tuttle's timeline 9 different times, so I kept getting confused.
I'm just saying what I'm saying to you, lover, is
I went from working at the station called Magic to working for the Magic to working for the Magic Kingdom, Bubba. I'm sorry, man. I'm spun out. It's payday.
You're thinking about that money, right?
That goes back to our original talk, Tuttle.
The original talk is shout out to Amy because she lost her mom, Greg and Amy. You started the show off with that.
Well, listen, that's the show. I get spun out.
No, we didn't hear
just
that
get
part.
spun out. Yeah. I said I needed to close that out. I never said it. I was talking about the upper echelon of Bubba Army, and then that went into a Logger Larry gimmick, and then that went into a Tuttle Timeline Willie. And Jesus, my God.
You're on a good setup today, aren't you?
I don't know.
Are we resetting
I'm
this
either on a
again?
really good setup, Pat, or I'm on a bonsai setup, and I'm either going to be fast time or hit the wall.
Kamikaze.
One of the two. No, Lummy, we're not going to go. We're suspending the Tuttle Timeline for a brief moment and closing out a couple other things. Okay, the one
Streamlined,
thing,
done.
yeah, we're the one thing we're gonna close out is I wanted to tell Greg and Amy, the upper echelon
Hall of Famers.
of Bubba Army, Hall of Famers, 6 ringers, whole 9 yards. Amy lost, I think, her mother a few days ago, and I can't even, somebody that I am that close to, and I'm that friendly with, when they hurt, you hurt, and when you really have a good Greg and Amy are really good friends. We text back and forth privately. Like they're such great people. They're just great Midwestern Pennsylvanian, I love them, just like I do Scotty Landers, and Wags and it's Sumo and Gooch and Larry Plummer and Jimmy Clevis and
Cable Dog
and Todd McCabe, and I get, me and Joe from the West Side, we text. Me and Kenny Prez, we text. Me and Iggy, we text. Creatine Travis, Big Red, my boys. Look, Greg and Amy are in that league, and I'm so sorry, Amy, and rest in peace to your mother. And I just lost, God, Tuttle, it's been the most tragic we've. Tuttle, that's. Are you still? Is that just an energy drink? I don't want, because Lummy's.
Here, if he wants to smell it.
I don't want to smell it. We have the honor system here, but Lummy is drinking. He drinks his Gatorade. But it's not.
Did you put the?
Oh, he goes half.
Gimmicks.
He goes. Lummy, what do you go half?
I would be dead if I went half.
Well,
just like a little quarter.
Like you go now. Do you drink that quarter down and then replace it with the alky?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Keeps netting it out every sip.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, when I see an energy bottle, I'm just conditioned to think that there's alcohol in it, and I know you can't drink alcohol.
No, I can't.
And you've been sober now how long?
Ever since I got out of the hospital, so I would say probably 4, almost 5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And I mean, you look good. Although it looks like maybe you don't get. I mean,
no, come on, Bubba. He looks good.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't.
Here we go.
Seth, shut up. I'm trying to get them all wound up. Just Tuttle, to me, I don't want you mad at me, and don't boomerang it back and try to gaslight me on the deal. Okay, I know it's not a fair statement for me to say it looks like you've gained a little weight.
Well, it's muscle.
Okay, I was just saying, because the last
he's lifted
time,
up all those senior hoes at bingo, man.
I'm just saying, do you monitor your weight, Pat, so you don't get fat again? Because I mean, man, I speak to you in a position of envy. You mean you were a little bit heavy, a little bit. I mean, probably being an alcoholic causes you probably to be fatter.
Oh yeah.
Look at me.
It does.
I mean, Lummy, alcoholic. The guy beside him used to be alcoholic, now sober. It just takes the bloat off, right, Pat?
Oh, for sure.
Lummy, you just look a little bloated. That's it.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you're working with it.
Of course.
At my heaviest here, I was about 210.
Now you're heavy. And what are you right now?
I fluctuate in between 175 and 180.
All right. So I think you're probably just looking at you today. You look like you're a little bit more towards the 80. You look a little.
He looks good though, Bubba. Like he was probably too skinny before. Like he looks like a perfect weight.
You wanna do a Clem Gym workout one day?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would absolutely love that.
Yeah, we can.
Got to be barefoot.
Yeah. I think he doesn't know the rules of the. He's never lifted with me. Have you?
No, you put me through a workout when the Clem Gym was at the other place.
Did we tape it?
Yeah, you taped it, and I was wasted because I've been drinking all morning. Remember?
Oh yeah, and you got you almost had a heat, because you obviously
I'm sweating.
You almost had a dehydration heat stroke.
Yeah, that was a bad one because Seth, if I'd have a real funny show every time I get a pop, he would throw me a bottle of
a nip.
He would throw me a single bottle and make me act like a seal.
Hey,
oh no, Tuttle.
Hold on.
I'm so sorry.
Seth, you know those little travel bottles are about this big that you get on the airlines?
Yes.
All right, well, we had Touch Vodka. They gave them to us by the barrels, and so I would have a big glass of them over right here in front of me, and if he'd hit a high spot, hey, and boom, it would be funny, and it was like an attaboy. I would throw him a nip. Well, he'd be funny 5-6 times a day. So I mean, you'd have 5-6 shots, and each one of those is considered a shot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, can you fix the Warsaw sign? This looks like it looks about as.
You say that it's the way the camera is.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't do anything about it because it's straight.
It looks like I feel like I'm leaning. I'm going downhill on the deal.
The way my camera is, it's.
Even your camera is a little bit, slow.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, Todd, you're sober, and when I see you drink an energy drink, I have to condition myself to know that that's a real energy drink and you're not drinking. Because are you such an alcoholic that if you went out one night and got wasted, it gets you right back on the tracks?
It probably would, but see, when I used to drink real heavy, I didn't even get a buzz. It was just maintaining to make me feel good or normal. Now I don't even know what alcohol would do to me, how weak my tolerance is now.
Right. Well, let's not find out, okay, buddy?
Yep. All right. Sounds good. And being barefoot in the gym wouldn't be a bad thing because you used to you hated my flip-flops, remember?
Oh, yeah. If I would... Seth, I was such a dick.
Policy.
Man, when I had a no flip-flop policy because he just really over-exaggerates the flip.
Aggressive.
The way it hits your back of your feet.
Yeah, I hate that.
So I was being here prepping for the show, and he'd be walking around... with this door open, and I can hear the flip flop.
It's a lazy walk that you do when you're flopping like that.
Oh, did I ever beat you for that?
You did, and then a bunch of bigwigs came in for a meeting here, and everybody's got their shoes on, and this big radio manager is here, and I'm the only one barefoot, looking like a hobo.
Right. I mean, but this. Probably out of all the places you've worked, probably for everybody, we're the most casual when it comes to
Oh yeah,
work. I could care less. You could literally show up in your underwear here. I don't care.
I don't wear underwear.
You don't wear underwear?
I haven't worn underwear in forever.
Isn't that kind of like ball sweaty? Don't you think that maybe the underwear might help with maybe, absorption of possible body odor?
Gold Bond.
So you're literally just got your pants and then there's no underwear. You're just you're raw.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why do you like the way you like the way it feels?
Yeah, I mean, because I count the sways. It's like an OCD thing. I can't end on an odd sway.
So if you're walking somewhere, you count the sways, and if it was 23 sways, you'd have to take an extra step.
Yeah, just like when I eat.
You step back or fall forward or behind.
You just take a step back, but then you can't let it sway because then you're on a bad number again when you take a step back.
And you said when you're in the kitchen, or I'm sorry.
When I'm eating, I always have to end on odd bites as well too.
Hold on, you count your bites too?
Yeah, I can't finish
1,
on an
2,
even bite.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You better go 8, right?
Yeah, I'll take a smaller bite just so I end on an odd one.
So you count your bites, you count your steps. No, I'm sorry, your sways.
Yeah.
So like honestly, like is it just embedded into you? Like if you got up and started walking, you just start counting your sways.
Yeah.
What if somebody tries to talk to you while you're counting?
Well, I kind of like I eyeball it a little bit, and I usually got a pretty good one because if you see, I have a tick where I count by moving my head up and down a little bit.
I think you do have some ticks. You think that's from all the neurological damage that the alcohol did?
Yeah, pickled my brain.
I mean,
Along with the pills too.
Yeah, the pills.
I didn't know. Were you on pills bad?
I mean,
listen, I'm on pills. I mean, let's just be honest. Tell me your pills.
I abused Adderall.
Right.
I used to slam my elbow in a car door to get
pain pills.
Yeah, 10 milligram hydrocodone.
Oh,
they don't
man.
get those anymore. I call them the blue meanies.
I would slam my arm in a car door to get 10 milligram blue meanies.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I would.
So you'd literally your elbow would be like just all bruised up and like inflamed.
Oh yeah, I had to go to the hospital because I had blood clots in my elbow.
Really?
Yeah.
And would you hurt yourself? I mean, so hurting yourself back then was for a payday.
Yeah, a payday of pills.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And so you're on pain pills. You were on probably all types of behavior stuff.
Yeah.
All the serotonins and genotropins and all the I don't know what. There's all kinds of them, aren't there?
Yeah, the SSRI or the SSRIs or whatever. They made everything dead down there.
Oh, so you're wean?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it's like has there been a part of your journey of soberness where you were drunk and on pills and your wiener wouldn't work? I got to think that your wiener would not work if you're drunk and on pills.
No, but if I could get it going, I went forever. I was a madman.
Now, if you could get it started.
Yeah.
Most of the time it was flooded out and it just wouldn't start.
Yeah.
Like you run your battery down before it start, right?
Yes.
But if it did start, then watch out.
Yeah.
You're like a rock star.
Never got a payday though.
But you couldn't get a payday.
No.
Well, then see that kind
of sucks.
Well, not only does that suck, but let's just be honest. For us men, when we can't get a payday, it really kind of messes with us. I know a lot of us will probably think, "Oh, I don't care. I didn't get one." Man, if I don't get one for whatever reason,
I get yelled at.
I don't get yelled at, but I'm like, I kind of start like thinking, "Hey,
you get scolded if you don't."
Yeah.
Your wife says, "Honey, why?" I think you piece of shiz. You couldn't even get one.
Yeah, you're already feeling down on yourself, and then she yells at you.
Because you couldn't get one.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what's wrong with me? And I'm like, nothing. It's just me. I just all of a sudden started thinking about Bubba. Things went away.
Wait, you thinking about Bubba?
Well, things pop in and
You
out.
start blaming Bubba for
Things
that?
pop in and out, Lummy. And it's not always a one-track mind.
Lummy, you wonder why all the wives hate me, because Dan probably tells Romina various things like that.
Oh, of course.
And Seth's got Phoebes thinking anytime he can't, close the party out, it's because of me. He's thinking about me.
It's on podcast.
No wonder she hates me. Right?
No,
It's okay.
She likes you just fine.
I did take care of one when you had the big house. When I stayed up in the mother-in-law suite a couple of times.
Yeah.
But I would always face into the corner because I wasn't sure about cameras. I would just stand in the corner like I was in trouble. Like you made me go in the corner.
Like Blair Witch Project?
Yes.
Stop with the cameras. I didn't have any cameras up there. I didn't. So stop. I did. I did it.
Better safe than sorry.
No, but I didn't.
Were you scared about the shower or something?
No, I'm just saying. Like he knows he's just being a smart ass with regards to, I didn't have any cameras anywhere else.
Bet you
I wish I didn't have any cameras in my room.
About $100 payday on that one, probably.
What, the Tuttle?
Yeah.
Tuttle takes it to the limit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tuttle. So anyway, Tuttle, continuing your timeline. You go Ron and Ron, you go Magic.
Yep.
Then what?
Monsters.
Monsters in what capacity?
Piss Boy.
Okay.
And then I went on.
Just a straight piss boy, just a straight doing stunts, but that's it.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Drew Garabo for 2 years at nights at Real Radio.
And that was, phone op, piss boy,
board op, and
Drew doesn't run his own board.
Well, it was a two-part studio, so they had a master control and a talk studio, so he couldn't. But I mean, he could run his board, but he just wasn't able to.
It wasn't configured.
He runs a great board. He can do a lot of things at once.
Good. I admire a guy who can run a board. That's a lost art. But just under that particular station's configuration, it was a talk setup.
Yes,
you can't help at that point. That the guy, that's just the way it's set up.
Yeah. So
I guarantee you, man, with the radio, how radio's going nowadays, they're probably making talk show guys run their own boards. You don't got that guy hitting the buttons for you anymore, right?
No.
And they're like, you know what, you better learn the board because one of you is getting fired.
Not a Clear Channel. They don't run any boards, Bubba. They all have board ops over there.
They do?
I was producing, but I was running the board for Pat and Aaron in the morning before I came over here.
And, it's just because those guys can't.
Well, they don't have it's like Catello said, you don't really have the capacity in the studio to do it now. They kind of put everything in the production rooms.
Yeah.
It's nice. It keeps one minimum wage job alive. So.
It does. It really does. All right. So, Todd, Piss Boy, Russ Rollins, then where?
So, Drew Garabo, he got fired back to the Monsters.
Drew Garabo, back to the Monsters, okay.
I got fired there 2010 and then became, I worked for you as your web guy.
Right. And then from me, you went to where? First time.
Well, you had fired me on I went through like a 2 or 3 run where you brought me back for stunts and stuff. So I was kind of like on a part-time piss boy deal with you.
Piss boy probation?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I went back to the Monster. No, I went to Calta after that last time with you.
Right.
And worked with him and Drew. And Spice Boys all at the same time. I was like working all 3 shows basically all day long.
They knew that you were pathetic and you would live at the station if you could.
Yeah, marriage was bad at the time too,
right.
So I just wanted to stay gone.
Right.
All day.
You'd literally live underneath the board in the production room, would you not?
Yes.
I mean, for real. You get a blanket and a pillow and you would make like a little teepee underneath the production board. Mm-hmm. That's where you slept.
And then the Monsters brought me back again one last time, but I drank myself out of that job.
Right. Didn't Linda, the general manager, actually was trying to give you another chance, and you just you'd show up drunk, and you completely would miss a show because you were so drunk.
Yeah, she fired me personally on that deal in her office. We had the same with Linda Bird. She had 2 couches. She had a darker couch and a white couch. Mm-hmm. She asked you to sit on the white couch. You were done for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like a whole inside Iggy. Like if she sat you on the white couch, you might as well just pack your stuff and leave.
Well, and you were White Willie.
Yeah.
And then I think you back. Then somehow you think you migrated back to the Bone or to
you,
to me, and then the Bone, and then I think to me again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like 3 different occasions. You fired me the one time because I didn't do the fireworks stunt. You got
and you were
mad.
really being defiant on that too.
You choked me.
You'd agreed. Is that where I choked you?
Yeah,
in the corner?
you choked me in the corner, and 25 had to pull you off.
Jeez.
So we didn't talk about that incident.
Is that on video?
No, he was over by where you are, Seth, but just down by the corner. Down by the door, and him and I are yelling at each other. And I'm calling him a no good piece of shiz. And he agreed to do this. And he's like, I don't care what I agreed to do. I'm tired of this nonsense. It's because he already had a job with Drew. He already had a job. So he knew he could be a dick like this. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right. So he would never. So I know something's up if he's going to be treating me this way and backing out of a stunt that we had planned for a month the morning of. Like I knew he was up to something. So I said, Tuttle, I'm telling you right now. I'm tired. You're doing the stunt. We can't. We've promoted it. We got the fireworks. We got the thing all ready to go. I think I'm not doing it. You can't make me. I'm tired of all this nonsense around here. And just you started being kind of like almost testing me, and I just got up and I just blacked out. I blacked out and I grabbed him by the throat,
Lifted me off the ground too.
I literally like the Undertaker. I had him like a foot off the ground in the corner, choking him out, and he's like.
It was starting to go dark.
And then I kind of snapped out of it. And I was like, oh God. And then I had to be nice to him for three months and have him sign some kind of paperwork that he wouldn't sue me.
Sometimes I like the really bad abuse because then, like, Bubba was super nice to me.
Yeah, so he'd sometimes push me to be,
This is all very troubling.
aggressive to him. And I just always fell for his aggressive, literally, like he'd bait me into being aggressive with him. I'd choke him out. And then he knew I would have to be nice to him for like the next. You get a good 3 or 4 months of me just totally kissing your ass.
I got a good 6 months of just complete like heaven.
coming over to my house, hanging out with Nikki.
Well, after you shot me with the airsoft gun, passed out. That was when I got my longest streak of just being
and
completely nice.
And we just got out of the statute of limitations on that too. Phew, it was a 5-year deal. We just got out of that. Like it's like attempt. If you wanted to, you could have got me for like attempted deadly assault.
Oh,
you really could have.
It was bad.
Squeezed some, and then you come to me and like, listen, attempted deadly assault. That's 15 years in prison, or you can give me 10 grand. But you're not Spice Boy.
Times were tough.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Yep.
All right, I got it.
Am I really looking at that?
You're huge.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you got a little. You look
A little puffiness. Maybe I ate some salt last night.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried.
Rhett has that video now. Okay. I just want to let you know.
message it to you, Bubba.
What's that?
Title's video.
Yeah.
I sent you your IM.
Okay, perfect.
I felt a little rusty doing the man on the street stuff, so hopefully you like it.
Make sure you say that.
Okay.
I'm Rusty Boss.
Hey, Bubba, Dan Newland's, he's advertising on Good Morning Orlando.
Okay.
Statue Tunnel should call after you choked him out.
Dan Newman.
I got his phone number, I think. Dan Newland.
Bubba loves Dan Newland.
We need to get Tuttle to go to that fucking in that big inspirational fucking thing they're having in Orlando with like Shaq and Hulk Hogan. Have you seen that?
Oh, the
Yeah, I haven't
conference?
seen it advertised.
We should get Tuttle there to see if we could.
Is it in Orlando or is it here?
It's in Orlando.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I don't know if I pick. Find out. But if it was in Orlando, maybe we could have Tuttle looking for Hogan.
Looking for Hogan or looking for some positivity? Maybe a little of both?
Just looking for Hogan. Say, hey Hogan, man. You know that I work for Bubba and he misses you so much.
Oh, God.
And are you ever gonna let him apologize?
Yeah, I mean, aren't you supposed to forgive?
Well, don't be too fucking aggressive with it.
Okay.
What up, Storage Shed? What up, Haas?
It's called the Aspire Tour, and it is in Orlando.
That's what I tried to do. Hang on, let me investigate the
Yeah, but you'd have to try to find out what you'd have to try to find out what.
time Hogan's gonna do.
What up, Grouper?
Or you'd be wasting your time. I couldn't pay you. I couldn't pay you enough.
Grouper, you got a mustache? I saw your Hall of Fame bust the other day, and I never imagined you'd have a mustache. I don't know why.
He's got a goatee.
Goatee?
Yeah.
Freaked me out.
You thought you had a little porn stash?
I know. I imagine Grouper just to be a smooth-faced man.
No.
That De Niro thing was funny yesterday.
Well, I'm gonna thank you guys.
What up, Berto?
Seth, I'm gonna thank you and Lummy for
Tweeting.
for picking up the slack because I've been.
You got shit going on, man. You don't have to do it every day. What's up?
I'm gonna thank you guys.
What's up, Phil? Berto, my daughter loves the Seth money, man.
Is that Colton's motorcycle?
No. Colton's still sleeping.
Oh, that was an airplane.
Oh.
Is that Colton's truck, Tuttle?
No, it's mine.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's my dad's old one.
Oh, no shit.
My dad's old work truck.
Tudge is the man.
Send me some wax, Ace. I'll open it for you. Dude, I was here ready to film Pigmentation yesterday, and I guess Rio wasn't even in town. We're supposed to do it today. He was at his daughter's graduation in Jacksonville. I called Craig. I was like, "Where are you?" He's like, "The barber shop." I said, "Oh, okay." Rhett killed it with his rock show yesterday. That's what we're hearing. What's up, Captain Grumpus? Which time, Grouper Lips? Not this time. Was it the first time I was here? You weren't at this one, were you? It was all very overwhelming. Everybody was telling me how happy they were to have me back. You know, it was just... What's up to Havoc? Oh, what? Okay. To Havoc. Last day of fucking school today for the kiddies. Half day.
Oh, they get out before June, huh?
Yeah.
But they go back even earlier now, though, don't they?
Yeah. So it's like the first or second week of August.
Wow, so that really...
I feel like you used to get a full 3 months.
You want to hear all the times Hulk Hogan or Tucker Carlson called in?
I like that idea.
We have it all for you on BubbaArmyHQ.com. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, we're a big time show, and big time shows have like some staples. We have BARP, obviously, Bubba Army Radio. I'm sorry, the Bubba Army Royalty Party.
Oh yeah,
that's like the thing we do. And then we've most recently started kind of like making it an event where we do 1 or 2 events from the Tampa Tarpons, single A Yankees facility. We get together. We try to get together once. We may only get together one time this year, but this is what we'll call this our early summer party.
Yeah, now it's on the books for 2 because the second one you kind of wanted to see how it would go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, we do about 2 party. Maybe we can do when's the second one? Do you know?
You want to do in August, like.
There you go. We can do. This is kind of the beginning of summer, is it not?
Yes.
And because Seth just said, the kids get out of school today. Today's a lot of places around this area, the Florida area. You're going to be done with school by Friday. Right, Seth?
I think so. It's just
public schools.
Yeah, Pinellas County. So I'm sure all the other counties are similar.
Yeah, Pasco's already been out.
Right.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, Pasco Heathens are already out. So here's the deal, Lummy. That's the trigger of summer. Summer's officially here when the kids are out of school.
Yep.
And then when the kids go back to school, then that means that's kind of the end of summer. Well, that goes right along the lines of our August date. So we're going to have a beginning summer party and an end of summer party, and we'll host them, of course, here at the Tampa Bay Tarpons facility. And let me give.
Are we allowed to mark out to some of the players at all?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
because they've got some real good minor league players that are on the Tarpons right now.
Listen, here's the deal.
George Lombard Jr.
Hold on. Does he got a card?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's really expensive.
Do you have one?
No, but I could get one if I got him to sign it. Then Daniel Rose to authenticate it.
Listen to me.
Sorry.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Tell me, big boy.
I'm going to tell you right now. The Tampa Tarpons love us so much. And by the way, I'm telling everybody,
Will they let me take a shower?
Shut up for a second. God, you're so financially aggressive. Tuttle, is it me?
It's a shower. I'm trying to be clean.
Tuttle, you've been in my studio several. I mean, like, have you ever met a co-host that was just grinding me like he does?
I mean, it's all about the money and not for the love of the game, man.
He loves the game, but he likes to just get the money. Money.
Yeah, Seth, that shower you wanted.
Yeah,
Come on.
I didn't want a money shower.
Money.
I didn't want a money shower. I wanted a clean shower.
So
I wanted
what I'm
the
saying,
Perk Plus with my boys.
If you shut up, the Tampa Tarpons love me and our show so much. Like, they give us complete VIP, like anything we want. They let me pull my smart car right by the cop cars and turn the lights on. They are so cool to us.
Oh yeah.
When we wanted to do batting practice one day with a real batting coach.
Get us out there.
We went out there on a Saturday, Seth, and
shag some fly balls.
And that's I didn't realize how tiring that is.
It was hot too.
I mean, my Lord. But Seth, like, the Tampa Tarpons are our guys, okay?
That's awesome.
So listen to me. If you got, I would get a hold of my contact with the Tampa Tarpons, and they would get a hold of the manager, and the manager knows how important we are for attendance. Like, we double their attendance when we do an event.
You are correct.
Is he still the lady manager?
No,
Yeah.
no, not
okay.
this year. Yeah,
Okay.
But we have a manager now.
Correct.
We have our very own connection at the Tampa Tarpons.
Well, Bubba, you remember
and that's how we set up these promotions, correct?
Yeah, and you remember before you threw out the first pitch, I mean, the players were, you were talking to players.
Yeah,
and different
exactly.
things.
So, Seth, we talk to, my guy over there, and we say, hey, can you get a hold of Skip? And because you don't call him coach. If you call him coach, it means you don't know what you're talking about.
Right, because they're managers.
They're managers or Skip. You can call him Skip too. Skip or manager. So you get a hold of the Skip and you say, hey, Skip, the Bubba the Love Sponge show, the guy that comes here twice a year and puts about an extra 400 or 500 people in the stands.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, man. The guy that talked the Detroit reliever into losing the game. That guy. Oh yeah, I watched that video. Listen, he's got 3 or 4 of these. What's the guy's name?
George Lombard Jr.
George Lombard Jr. baseball cards. He's a big baseball card collector. Is there any way you think you can get George to sign these? We really, it's for Bubba. It's not like it's not going to end up on eBay.
No,
this is for Bubba and his card collection. I guarantee you'd be like, no problem here.
What brand card is it? Because sometimes players can only sign
Hey, Tuttle, suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to get into a cards war with Seth. He will own you. He knows more
No,
about
it's it's a valid suggestion. If this guy's under contract to only sign Panini cards, you got to be on the lookout for that stuff.
Yeah, guys do have certain contracts.
Look at Rhett coming in and sticking up for the tugs, making me look like a little bitch right now.
So we'll have to find out who he's under contract with.
He's with Topps and Fanatics, so I can have him sign the Bowman cards.
All right. So what I'm saying is, how many do you think you want signed?
I mean, as many as I can round up between now and the event.
And how many do you think you can round up?
Probably 50.
Not 50.
No,
man.
not 50.
All right, a handful. 3.
I would say 3 would be right there on the cusp of being not too much, but
honestly,
just enough.
Bubba, honestly,
5. See, I think 5's too much.
I'll be honest, Bubba. If we really are talking about getting autographs from some of these guys, I would only get one. I'm not even messing around. I would just ask for one. I wouldn't ask for a handful or 3 or anything.
Not going to walk in with a box of merchandise.
No, because the guys think that you're going to resell it.
So if they have 3 of them, he's thinking, listen, the guy's going to keep one for himself
eBay,
and off 2.
Yeah, which when older guys start asking for autographs, I'm obviously not 12 years old anymore. It looks like, why would a guy want to save a 19-year-old signature? Well, I would, okay? That's just me.
That's why you use child labor. Bring your kid. Get them to sign it.
That's right.
I've thought about it.
Just rent a kid.
Walker's easy to get him.
No, hold on. Your kid your kid's the workingest kid that I know.
Yeah.
Your kid can pull a hustle.
She'll get us to run the bases.
We'll be batting cleanup. I'll tell you, man, we just got to teach her the card grind.
She knows about it.
Yeah, hey, can you sign my card for me? like all the words to say.
Yeah. It's like how my dad used to send me to go get autographs, and I used to think that they were for me, but I think he was just living vicariously through me.
Yeah, he was. But they never say me. I'm like, and your kid, she's cute. She's a little blonde cutie. They're not going to tell a little blonde. They're going to sign 3 of her cards.
Absolutely.
Little blonde cutie, little kid, 8 years old. God bless her little heart. Wants her card signed.
Just by George Lombard Jr.
Yeah.
It's like a little girl's dream.
So is George Lombard Jr. currently with the Tarpons? Here's the only problem you get, Seth.
Yeah, he is.
Does he get shipped out of here before we get there?
I hope not.
Like, I'm just saying, like, if he's tearing it up that much, they're like, listen, he's going right to AAA. That's what you have to. George could literally be on the team today and not tomorrow.
Well, you know what the funny thing is too is, I mean, obviously we don't know what it's going to look like in a couple of weeks, but a lot of the Yankees when they're rehabbing, from injury,
Aaron Judge came down last year.
Yeah, they play with the Tarpons. So
right. That's
never know,
because their rehab facilities are right over there by the Buck Stadium. That's their world headquarters. So that's the New York Yankees world headquarters right here in Tampa. So anyway, this event. Really, what I'm trying to say means a lot to me. Like, I'm just not blown. Like, this is an event that I would really, really ask some of you Bubba Army people, like maybe people in Orlando or, Ocala or maybe even Fort Walton Beach. Maybe make the trek down because this is our big show, beginning of summer blowout and mandatory attendance. Like, I just want everybody to know that it's mandatory attendance.
I went to the first one and it was a great party.
And I want you to make sure that you and Colton are at this one. Okay.
I'll be sitting in the section where we aren't yelling at people. Just I want everybody to know that there will be a safe space.
Tug, will you help me, Cat? I yell at the opposing team's pitchers. So maybe you can help me with that.
Heck yeah, I would love that.
So I'm just telling you, like the fans, listeners, watchers, listeners, fans of the show. If you live in this, anywhere close to, Tampa, Florida, and you like the show, it's a great, it's a good hang. It's got a good vibe. They put us up in this. We have this entire bar / section to ourselves. And then they give us, if we want to go down, then they give us like front row seats down here if we want to go there.
Yep.
And then, but most of us kind of congregate out here on this patio. It's all you can eat food, all you can eat wine and soft drinks and water
and beer
and beer. And then, and the food is not like baseball park, hot dogs and chili dog. No, they got some really, really nice food. They got good food. They really do. It's what is it, $48?
Yes.
I mean, it's really a great experience. You couldn't take your girl out to, it's going to cost you $100, okay? But you're going to have more fun and that. I mean, Seth, it takes if you and Phoebe go out
at least $350,
no,
Bubba. This is a steal.
No, it
absolute
doesn't.
steal for the family.
But if you go to let's say you go to Fort Beachy and you park the car, and maybe you get valet or whatever, in your drink, each one have one drink, and each of those drinks are $12, and then you get the $12 to $14 entree. You're at $75-$80.
Absolutely.
All day.
All night.
So come spend $100. Bring your girl. This is a very, very important party for me. Dan's going to be, Dan, I'm going to see if Dan's available. Babyface, my sister.
Babyface is probably going to wear a full baseball uniform.
Yeah, I actually was thinking about doing that,
No,
man.
Babyface doesn't wear jerseys, so we won't see that.
You were thinking about doing what, Tuttle?
I'm wearing a full baseball outfit because I like it how it's the only sport where the coach actually wears the uniform.
You know what? Think about it. If you think about it, you're right. It's the only sport where the coach wears the same uniform as the players.
Yeah.
That would be like John Cooper over there with a stick and some blades and some shoulder pads with his sweater, right?
Yes, helmet on.
and you got your quarterback. I mean, you got your football player over there, and he's got his cleats and his football pants and his shoulder pads
NBA.
Helmet, yeah.
Could you imagine Larry Legend when he was the coach of the Pacers, wearing the uniform and everything?
Wearing his real top, because shorts in the 80s were like as
Dukes.
Shorts in the 80s, NBA basketball shorts. If you watch anything from the 80s, they were almost like Daisy Dukes.
That's how they're coming back, though.
They are?
Yeah.
It's because all these guys got such great bodies, and they're like, man, why do I can make a ton of money off my body? And if
I don't know if that's what it is.
Or
I think it's big dongs.
You think it's they can see the guy's dongs?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I bet you they play the back and forth game.
It made me feel so inferior because when I was on Drew Show, they used to let us go down in the locker room and interview the players and
For
stuff.
Magic.
Yeah. Dominique Wilkins' brother, man.
Gerald.
Yeah, like he had one of the biggest
Ever.
under the towel.
And here's the deal, man. Like, even if you're not necessarily a gay man, and you're not trying to get a glimpse of a man's penis, but if you're in the if you're in an athletic locker room, it's just, I'm not gay, and it doesn't matter if I would be or not, but I'm just saying, like, it's just natural for a man to look at another man's penis.
Meat gaze or Clem.
You don't put meat gaze or Clem on me, Rat, because deep down well you would too.
No.
If you had a chance to see.
I've never seen one lightning dong in my life.
You haven't?
No, man.
No, you don't go looking for them, but you don't go looking for them. But if
the opportunity,
if the towel slips off and they're putting their underwear on, and you got a chance to see what the guy's got, it's just human nature.
Yeah,
and you're all a bunch of liars. Otherwise, you're not secure enough in your skin.
I looked at as many as I could.
Well, okay, all right. So, Lummy, here's the advertisement.
Yes.
Here's our advertisement for me doing the tarp for all of us. All of us. Dan, I'm going to invite Babyface. I'm going to invite my sister. I'm going to invite Jay.
The Texas Hangman.
I'll invite the Texas Hangman.
Brutus.
Brutus. I think Greg Hammer Valentine's lives.
Perfect.
Poor guy. Have you seen him?
Yeah.
Oh, he looks so old. So anyway, Lummy, please, maybe you haven't been to one of these events. I'm asking you to please come to this because it's, listen, I'm not making, it's not like it's my event or anything. I don't make anything from this. I just have such a great time intermingling with the listeners, and I really enjoy getting able to rub elbows and get, because a lot of times, let me, like, all we know these people are is screen names, and it's really refreshing to put a face with this, like Brian from Philly. When I first pictured, before I met Brian from Philly, I never thought Brian from Philly would be as slick. And
you think some fat cheesecake guy?
No, but I didn't think he would be as. He's tall and he's thin and he's kind of cool. And for his age, he's probably a pretty attractive dude.
He's cool as hell.
He's cool. Yeah, he's cool as hell. I wasn't thinking of a guy that was cool as hell when I hear the name Brian from Philly. You kind of think about maybe some Eagles fan, got a big gut.
Right, some Brandel Cunningham jersey.
That's right.
Brandel Cunningham jersey, exactly. So please, if you have the opportunity to come out to the Saturday, June 22nd, Tampa, who are the Tarpons playing, Lummy? You don't even.
The Cardinals.
Oh, okay, the Cardinals. There you go.
Palm Beach, I believe it is.
And remember, Tuttle, if you're a true professional, you don't ever step on the chalk.
I was watching it to see if he did. He almost did.
No, I timed it perfectly. So anyway, this is let me. How do people get tickets for this?
Tarpin or tarpins.bubbaarmyhq.com.
Lummy's looking rough.
Lummy's
looking rough in
you
that.
just
That's
said
not me.
you just said tarpin. Oh, tarpins.
No, tarpin or
You said what?
it's tarpin or tarpins, because people have emailed and said that we don't have to say tarpins because you can do tarpin. So I was just correcting them. You could type it either way. Tarpin.bubbaarmyhq.com.
Okay. And we need to probably have do we have a big old link on our Facebook?
Yeah, we do. We just created an event page for it this morning, actually. So I was going to share it on the show page. So be on the lookout. But there is an event page. There is a link to tickets on that event page. If you already have your tickets and you're going and you want to RSVP or let everybody else know that you're going, then that's the place to do it.
All right. So anyway, it is Tarpons versus Cardinals, Saturday, June 22nd, 6:30, George Steinbrenner Field. It's right across from the street from where the Bucks play. It's always super parking's like you don't have to walk 5 miles. Like it's like walking.
They have a parking lot, yeah, right there.
Literally, it's like walking, like a Walmart. I've walked farther to the front door to Walmart than I have to this, to the place that just regular parking puts you.
Are you throwing out the first pitch again, Bubba?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, is that available if we wanted?
If you want to.
If we wanted to.
Yep. You told me not to, so I didn't bring it up this time.
They'd probably let you drive the smart car on the field. They love you there. You can do anything you want.
That is true.
Drifting around the bases on smart cars.
Yes.
Well, that would be badass. And then I do donuts. No, then that would be pretty cool with a smart car. You can drive the smart car anywhere. It's just so little. It's so compact.
It's like a golf cart.
It really is. It's like a golf cart that you can drive on the highway. So anyway, Lummy, if we were to do the first pitch, no, let's not.
I'll do it.
But who? I mean, I'm not going to do it.
I want to do it.
You gotta do it.
Seth, you really want to do it?
Yeah. I've only thrown out one first pitch before, and it was for another. It was at the Clearwater Threshers game, another minor league system. So I'd really love to show Tampa what I'm all about.
It's a lot of pressure.
Now
Man.
approaching the mound from the Bubba the Love Sponge show, it's Seth F. Boy Kushner.
Yay!
I just
as long as you understand, there's no you're not gonna financially work me now and be like, hey, Sponjo, how about $25 because I'm out repping the brand, for the first pitch.
No,
I mean, Tuttle, you've seen how financially aggressive he is.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up, but then it seemed like it was a touchy subject because I was like,
I spend half my time with him not thinking on cool things about the show, but defending about Nicky just nickels and dimes me 50 here, 25 there. My prescription here, this
What's
and that.
the big deal about that? I like to know how many Operation Pigmentation shirts we're selling. I just want to know how popular everything is. I'm not, counting dollars and cents in my head.
I mean, Tuttle heard you and probably asked no less than 3 times for money.
I didn't say. All I said today was that Macho Man bought a $6 gooseneck, and I said that if I spend $6, I would ask for it back because 5 is my threshold for not asking for money back. So I said I would ask for the $6 back, and then I became financially aggressive over this made-up gooseneck story.
But hold on. If you're that touch and go on, having to get compensated for, laying some money out for the corporation. I mean.
yeah, come on, man.
Well, things are tough, Bub. I mean, I'm not. It's paycheck to paycheck out here for us.
Hey, Tuttle, I'm out here. I got to watch this great launch with some amazing people here. Let me come around here. Better lighting here. All right. So, tell me, is this like the first time you guys been out here for
Tuttle,
one of the launches in this area? Out here, I got
Tuttle. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to create content a little bit before dark, there, buddy.
No. We change it up and we stand in front of their lights of the car, because they're all parked over there. They've been smoking weed and fishing,
right?
So
Tuttle has an offering. Can Tuttle on the street, and so Tuttle what? And by the way, I want one of these a month from you. I think that's what was our agreement.
I'm a little rusty. I'm going to admit I was debating on giving you this offering because, I'm a little rusty when it comes to my man on the street stuff. I was a little nervous.
And by the way, Colton Lummy, when he did that wrestling thing for me, he was rusty as hell. And he just did another one. Didn't Colton just say he was rusty on another one? Come on, guys! You got to knock. I mean, I'm giving you one hell of a platform to be superstars, and Rust doesn't. I mean,
All right.
Was Colt rusty on the Royal Rumble deal?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah,
but I also wasn't. I didn't have my concealed carry on me, and we were out in the middle of nowhere. And these are some good old boys.
But you're just being nice.
But I mean,
that's how you get got, being nice.
Yeah.
Does that mean mounted or killed?
Do I just have a different maybe sense of swagger about myself where I feel I can walk up to a dude and maybe because of my size he might not mess with me or is it because you're little?
No, it's just there's 5 of them. There's 3 of them over there. They all have knives on them. It could have easily gone sideways. Southern Volusia County, especially in that part of Volusia County, is basically deliverance.
Lummy, did you miss the $20? Yes, you ate from the BGE.
I'll interrupt Tuttle next time. BJE Pros, $20.
Oh, he
say it again.
You.
BJE Pros, $20 super chat.
Thank you. So, this is a very rough part of your community.
Yes.
And this is a night of a SpaceX launch?
Yes. So the launch had just went up, and
now is that a big deal for everybody that lives in what is considered the Space Coast, and that's where your retirement community that you live in is. As the crow flies, how far was like your retirement community from the launch pad?
From where I live, it's about 28 miles.
Right.
But I drove south about 10 miles, and this is out in the middle of the national forest.
So that puts you, maybe only 18 miles from launch pad. You're that much closer to the launch pad?
Yes.
And so what will guys do? They'll just go park on the side of the road and have them like a little party?
Yeah, but these guys were out fishing, and I think they might have been gator hunting as well, too.
Right. So you just pulled up, is this like a rest area or a park? Or you literally just pulled up on the side of the road and saw some hunters?
Just pulled up on the side of the road.
And saw some hunters?
Mm-hmm.
And doing a tunnel on the street deals?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a very unsafe situation. Next time you probably, should be concealed.
Yeah.
This could go, they probably all got knives because they've been fishing and hunting.
And they probably got guns they could have pulled too. So it would have been a good old shootout.
Seth, Tuttle, have you ever thought maybe going to the beach, just, where people gather and good people gather?
Yeah, I could have, but this was like a last minute thing, and I saw potential content, so I just started interviewing them.
All right.
And the lighting does get better. We go down through their cars, and that made me a little nervous.
All right, we'll come back with this. This will put us right on time, Lummy. We'll come back with... Now, again, don't forget to get your tarpon tickets, please. It means so very much to me. Let me make sure you and all the boys and get it posted up on Twitch.
Of course.
And I'm sorry, Twitter. And by the way, thank you to Seth and Lummy for... I've been inactive on our Twitter for a couple days, but you guys have picked it up. You know what I like to... You know my hot spots, my little honey holes.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys have been retweeting them and doing exactly what our little plan is, keeping our numbers up. So thank you so very much. I see that, and I know that last couple of days have been very busy. I got a little bit of a stiz going on.
Okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, my mom fell. Janie Cakes fell, and she's, not in the right mindset right now. She's hurting. She may have a hairline fracture in her elbow. Ooh. And she's like, I
can bring you a walker. Would she use a walker?
No,
she wouldn't.
No,
it's got one of those cool seats and a compartment.
No, she.
Is that the tennis balls at the bottom?
No, this one has wheels you can lock up on it.
Oh, nice.
Great.
I think you should give it to Colton to sell on Marketplace. How much of your mom's stuff? You probably have all kinds of stuff like that. Colton would get you big money on Marketplace.
Yeah, I see.
What do you need an old person's walker for, Tuttle?
Well, I haven't opened up my mom's room since she passed away, and I actually put a towel at the bottom because I didn't want to lose.
Put a towel at the bottom.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to
lose her smell.
Yeah, I know that sounds.
You want to be able
stupid.
to walk in there and get a big sniff, and then jump back out, and you be able to preserve your mom's smell for 5 years by using a towel.
I think that's nice.
Yeah. You don't think the HVAC, the air conditioning system, which recycles the air through there, has already done filtered out Mama Tud's smell?
I'm making it last. She made a cake the couple of days before she died, and Colton brought over his vacuum sealer that he may use for other things at times.
Right.
And we vacuum sealed the last half of the cake.
That's God bless your little soul. So, but you don't need all of her bariatric, or all her old stuff. Like, she has old people stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, my mom's got old people stuff, and I'm sure, your mom said, she has a walker.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Did she have, like, a cane or a walking stick?
She hated using it. She only used it the last couple of months. She's kind of like your mom. Like, she just did not want to use it, but when I wasn't there, she had to.
So my mom took a hell of a fall the past weekend, and thank God, because usually when you start getting around 80, people die from broken hips because it's just such a traumatic experience, and just the surgery alone is a very lengthy and very brutal to the body, where you need to be young, where you can recover from such a hip surgery sometimes is a death sentence for an elderly person. And I think she didn't break her hip. and she just completely bruised her entire body. It literally looked like somebody spray painted her elbow black.
Yeah, it was bad.
And she's got all this skin, that's been skinned off, and it's just we're dealing with her right now, and she's saying like, she's really bummed, and she misses Eddie, and it's just it's a tough time. But she's a tough old bird, and she'll be okay. Tuttle, when did your mom pass away?
It's almost a month and a half. No.
God, I think all of us have our moms, with the exception of Tuttle, and
it sucks being an only child.
It's gonna be like your mom is your everything. Like your mom is your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a special relationship with my father, but my mom, man, even being a boy, like your mom is your mom.
Well, isn't it usually the daughters are the father's favorite, and they have that connection, and it's usually the son and the mother?
Sometimes, I guess. So when we come back, Tuttle on the streets pulls up to 5 people that he thinks just got done hunting or fishing. Now, are you within minutes of the actual blast off?
Yeah, I sent a video of the launch, but I didn't get a chance to edit it because these guys were cursing their ass off.
Oh, so within this 8 minutes and 23-second video, there's no launch on this?
No, it was a separate video.
This is just talking to them?
Yes.
Getting to know them?
Yeah, and the lighting gets better because we stand in front of their headlights that are in the background.
All right, Todd. Thanks.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Where's the...
Whew, man.
Hey, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
They can. I'll have some pretty good insight on the Tony deal.
Okay.
So we really certainly need to make that short, but that needs to be a standalone.
Of course. Okay.
What's up, Ty J?
Because I got some insight to it.
Perfect. What's up, Ty J? Those always do the best too, especially the racing videos.
Oh man.
Morning, T. Talk Guru with Michelle. Morning, Jamie Flynn.
Well, is it still Jeremy at with the Yankees?
Yeah. I sent your request.
See if Seth can do the first pitch, okay?
I sent the message already.
Right. And we need 3 Webinanos or whatever.
I'll get a list of top prospects that I'd like to have a one-on-one with.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Thank you.
You do a podcast with them.
I'd love to.
You should. You should.
Oh wait, I gotta go let Tuttle in.
What's up, Biggie? Rudy.
Hey, Bubba. I have something here for you. Colton helped me create a list of no-nos for the show, just as like a thing. I just thought you could make fun of me about like just any information and stuff.
Oh, so you came up with a...
Yeah, like a list of, things I can plug that I'm on the date and stuff, and what jokes and what not to do.
Who came up with this?
Me and Colton last night. thought it was a good idea. Oh, no worries. Stuff. Hey, Lumix, is it okay if I grab the water?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to ask about
Right about. Get it too from Scout Legal. Keep it on. Morning, Mr. Mark.
Did Colton go by? I know.
Guy and Kylie, good morning.
Hey, Lummy.
Yeah.
I know Scout and Big Gulp gave the money for all those drinks. Did Colton go and buy all that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you go with them, Stella? Man, that's a lot of heavy lifting for that man. It's freaking pallets of water.
What's up, Doug?
That baseball game is going to be fun. Those are fun games.
Morning? Oh, it will be.
I'm already sweating thinking about it, but I love a good balmy night in Florida.
Good thing is that you can escape that AC.
Oh, can you? What, in like that restaurant area? Oh, they see there?
You're listening to the man that is best friends with Deion Sanders, Tony Stewart, and not Hulk Hogan. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Saturday the 15th, the Saturday before the Tarpons deal, we're doing our Juneteenth celebration. It's the debut of the Diaco Law Cash Cube. And boy, let me, I don't know how this is gonna. I mean, I'm
excited?
I'm excited. There's a lot of moving parts. You know, we got when we go to the baseball game. Okay, here's the moving parts. Seth shows up with some baseball cards, gets them signed. They show him how to throw. Throw what they give him a handler. They take him down by the dugout. They announce his name. We're already up. We're already partying on our in our little bar area.
Oh, of course.
Seth chucks the first pitch. Yay for Seth. Seth comes up and joins us. We have a party. Well, literally, as much as you want to drink, just food, eat, act like gluttons, make fun of the opposing team's bullpen, leave. Hopefully the Tampa Tarpons win and leave. And
well, I did request Seth have his own little section because he has talked to me about that. He doesn't want to be around where we're taunting or heckling the players.
Why? Does that make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I just feel like these guys are just trying to live their dream out.
So let me. Here's the deal.
Yes.
If you go outside of our bar and make a right, like you're headed to home plate.
Yes.
You know how that very first section of seats are also ours.
Correct.
We'll just take like some yellow caution police tape and tape off like a section of 10 seats. Because, you want him to be able to stretch out and not too many people too close to him. And we'll just have that's the Seth, isolation.
There's a lot of, Bubba, I've had people reach out to me.
You can go in that area. You can go in the Seth isolation area if Seth grants you permission. So, you just can't roll up on the 9 available seats by Seth and think that you're just, you have to ask. Be like, Seth, my name's Jim. I'm from Lakeland, man. I'm a big fan. Seth will size you up. And
don't see on the list, bitch.
And say, hey, nice meeting you there, buddy.
I'm waiting for Larry Logger to show up from Portland.
South, I can be your gatekeeper. Like I could sit there at the end of the aisle.
So Tuttle, you're gonna be You're going to be Seth's
My
security?
personal usher.
Yeah, okay, perfect. Man, talk about jobbing yourself out.
Do you got the credentials to be in here, sir? How do you know Seth? What's your business with Mr. Kushner?
How do you know him?
Let me see your ticket.
No, these are jobber seats.
Hold on, then be like, start quizzing about the show. Do you really know about the show? Yeah, what's Bubba's sister's name? You know, like stuff that somebody would, you know.
Way to really make it not about me anymore,
I thought
Bubba.
it was about Seth. I thought we were going to ask.
What's Seth's wife's name? What's Seth's kid's name? What stations have Seth's worked at? We'll make it about Seth. Just saying. Whether you know whether you know about the show or you know about Seth, make it about Seth.
What's Seth's favorite NFL football team?
Exactly. You know, all of that.
White Sox or Cubs?
See, you could just.
He's hired.
And you can pre-qualify. I've been trying to get to this for a couple days. I thought I'd get it. It's Dark Match Steve's.
Oh yes.
Latest, and we think that we could probably only play at one time.
Yeah, it's about P. Diddy, and he keeps popping up in the news. But yeah,
it's not the worst, but
yeah,
you never know.
Now, should we get the original of this and post it? You know, in our various places.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
we can.
But not make it a link to DMS, but you know, we get the exclusive, so we can get full credit for it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like his Biden one.
Yeah, I mean, he did the cocaine.
Correct.
And he did. I mean, listen, almost every parody that's been given to us in the last fiscal 10 months has been for Dark Match Steve.
Yes,
Carlos and John from Naples have ceased operations. And Carlos's last one was so bad that we kicked him to the minor leagues.
Yeah, he is.
So all of his stuff has to be heard on an ancillary show before promoted to me.
That's right.
So, I mean, Carlos is in the minors. I think John from Naples maybe hates us. Did we upset him?
No, he keeps saying that he's really busy with work.
Okay.
That's the same excuse every time.
That means I've turned into a troll and I hate you. Something. That means I was a big Anna Hummel fan, and I am listen, I've lost a few. We've lost a few Bubba Army people. We've lost a couple that were diehard Anna fans that have told me in no certain words, I'll never listen to your show again.
I think John from Naples is still here. He calls in every now and again. He listens.
But he's just not giving us any bits.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Dark Match Steve, you're the only guy, man. You're number one. And here's your latest. We need the original video. If you did a video,
I think he did.
Get it to us so we can make money off of it. I mean, right?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, 8,000-9,000 views, make $80-90. I mean, that's how you pay your way.
And when I drive past a playground, if we go
Man, I don't know who put those beeps in there, but
Yeah,
you're about
too
37 dBs over.
I was going to say something.
I mean, man, it's like Chinese torture when the beep.
and I pay for you, then you know I'm about to go gay for you. I've men in every city. Instead of no homo, they say no Diddy. 50 Cent thought I was suspicious. I think his body looks delicious. My has been through trauma. I once had a threesome with Obama.
Let me just note to self, whoever edited it, can we turn the
DBs down?
Yeah, like half as
and
much.
give me a little bit on the front end and back end.
Yeah.
It's like
give me a 30-second of the word. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me a or a
of the White House. I have blackmail at my house. I like and I like. If you give me one, then I'll make you famous. The smell of my breath. I hope I can't have gay sex after death.
Man, the beeps have just completely ruined it for me. My God.
The content is way out of line for radio, so we had to be safe. I'm sorry.
No.
Dark Match should have known better on the lyrics.
What's that now?
Dark Match should have known better on the lyrics there. That's just rated X.
Yeah. I mean, so
just a lot of phallic stuff.
Yeah. So maybe we I even think on non-censored forums like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, that some of that could be problematic.
You'd probably get a community deal, limited monetization. Sorry, excuse me. But the song is really funny.
It is, but I mean, you got to be a little more creative and not call a D a D. And, you got to, like, just when you ride it, try to be a little more creative so that, we can get a little bit better mileage out of it. Because if not, it's so, you can't make it that filthy. Has to be about 50% less filthy. Let me fish on the J, 50.
Thank you.
For, what did he say? A fish on the J, morning, Bubba. Hope Janie Cakes recovers well. She's awesome. Thank you very much. I'm going to try to get Janie Cakes to come to the...
I hope so.
To the Tarpons game.
That'd be awesome.
I'd love for Janie Cakes to come down to the Latin Sons deal. Janie Cakes has never really been around African Americans.
Oh, really?
No.
That's right. I guess Indiana.
Yeah, she didn't grow up. We didn't have any. And we had two families, and they were the Cooks and the Churchills. Those are the only two African American families in Warsaw, Indiana. And when you're the only two African American families in Warsaw, Indiana, then you're no longer African American. You're white.
Everybody knew who they were.
They were black, but they were white. We just accepted them as ours because they acted.
Ours?
Our kind.
Okay.
Our kind, not.
No, it's a small town too.
Yeah, so
like
Matt Cook, his dad was an engineer at Zimmer Orthopedic, a master's degree from Purdue, and his mom was a super like a pediatric doctor, she was a doctor. And his dad was an orthopedic engineer, and his mom was a doctor. There was no ghetto in Matt Cook. Matt Cook was as white as I was. Had more money than we did. Everything, man. So my mom has not really been around a lot of African Americans before, and I think that my mom would get a kick, would have a good time. I really do.
Are you still nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
You were worried about the Toyota Tacoma coming up with the turret on the back, and
here's the thing: the Toyota Tacoma could come up with a turret on the back and literally steal. I'd be out $600 because that's what the cash cube costs.
$600 movie dollars.
Yeah, because the bad guys that have just ripped, taken literally pulled up at gunpoint and took a big hunting knife and hit the cash cube so it deflated, right?
That's right.
Then just literally picked the whole cash cube up, sandbags and all, and threw it in the back of their Toyota to come whatever the hell, and hit the gas. You don't realize that the money inside that you have. Well, now the cash cube's not of any value because you've put a hole in it, so that's not worth anything. And what you got? $4 worth of sandbags
and some blowers,
and a couple blowers that are worth a couple $100. Because the money in there is movie money. It's fake money. And the way the game goes is after you've gone in there, and Lummy, I think we determined on 15 seconds.
Yes, we did.
And Mach, I think you actually got a visual clock.
Yes.
Yes. And
we got the wheel all set up.
We got the wheel all set up. We got the tent. We got the table. We're going to have the QR code, the event QR code, so they can scan that QR code and sign up for all of our stuff. They spin the wheel. They get maybe a pair of sunglasses. The people there get maybe a koozie. Maybe there's a couple other, maybe an air freshener. And then there's one little sliver that says cash cube. And if you hit it, you get in the cash cube. And the only rules, we hit it, and we give you 15 seconds. We hit the blowers and the money's going all around, and then we point to them. 15 seconds counts down. Then at 15 seconds, literally we hit the off switch.
That's right.
And
that's it. No touching sides, nothing.
Now, I think the rules are you can't gather, you can't pick up any money from the floor, and you cannot create an air dam against the wall.
Correct.
Meaning you can't put your body against the wall.
That's right.
It's just, whatever you can grab and stuff. Now, some people are like, can you pick up, you could put your shirt out like this, put your shirt out so that and then see if it'll all go up your belly. You can do that.
I am looking for a new barber. I really think I could get along with these guys, Craig and Rio.
No, I think
I would love it.
I think if Seth doesn't have a problem with it, I think we'd love to get you down there getting your hair cut.
Zero problem.
I mean, African Americans, they seem to love me because I'm non-threatening and very nerdy, and I had a black man as my best man at my wedding.
You did?
Yeah,
Soul Brother Kevin. Yeah. Well, he really flamed himself out of the business, did he not?
I mean, he's doing pretty well. I think doing another job. I mean,
driving a truck.
No, he's not driving anymore right now.
Oh, he's not?
No.
No, just so you know.
But none of us make near the money that we probably could. I could go make $300,000 with my sister, being one of the work. I could just make a bunch of money with my sister, okay? But I come in here every day for the love of, every one of us are underpaid, and we come in here for the love of the art. It's a very lost art that not a lot of people can do, spoken word radio. And there's not a lot of it. So when you get a show like mine that's got good people that are here because they're funny and they know how to do radio and it's funny to you to the point where you want to, financially support us, we're not here because this is the best paying job. We're here because we love the art of spoken word radio and we just love radio. And there's just hardly any radio jobs left. Right? There's...
I've looked. I've burned all the bridges I can in Central Florida.
Yeah, I'm really literally your only option. Yeah. I really am your only option. I mean, Drew's not going to take you back.
No, but I mean...
Russ ain't going to take you back.
Oh, no.
Calta's not going to take you back.
No.
No,
Dina Darby, no.
Tina Darby's not taking you back.
No.
All right, so this is Tuttle. Rhett, are you going to... Is this up, or are you gonna thumbnail this and put your magic on it a little bit before we offer it?
Yeah, we got the uncensored one that'll go up later.
Oh, okay, cool.
To watch this great launch.
This will be available on our YouTube channel within the next day or so.
Yep.
With some amazing
the
people
lighting
here.
does get better.
Come around here. Better lighting here. All right. So, tell me, is this like the first?
This is better lighting.
First time you guys been out here for
we're getting
one of the
into front of the car
in this area.
Yeah, hold on now.
I should have cut this part out.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
I thought you said you were a pretty good editor and you knew the good pickup points and stuff. I wouldn't even have started this thing yet.
Mosquitoes are so bad out here tonight. So I was telling you I work for Bubba the Love Sponge and stuff.
Yeah, see, that's where I would have picked it up, right there.
Sorry about that 30 seconds.
No, so it's 20. It's 21 seconds, and in the day and age of ADHD, and you're watching a video. I'm already out.
Okay,
and you have to admit you're already out too.
I'm making notes.
But if the pickup point would have been, bam, the video starts, and this is the first thing that I hear.
So I was telling you I work for Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yeah. No, okay.
All right.
I got it.
Cut 21 seconds off. I'm putting this on my one sheet.
Well, just get to the point quicker.
Okay.
What other radio in Orlando do you listen to? Music radio, or are you a podcast guy, or
Total trying to get the listening habits of the finest of Wiz Triz and Volusia County.
Music radio.
Yeah, like rock.
All kinds of music.
Yeah, I could have cut this part out too.
Rap.
Yeah.
Sometimes country varies, but mainly rock and rap.
Yeah, 103.1 in Orlando. You should listen to them. The signal picks up in the morning. So I'm going to probably put this up and I'm going to send it to them and everything. Okay. What about you? What's your name?
Great promo, Tuttle. Great promo.
Joey. Are these guys with you? Or?
Yeah, they are.
Maybe just wrangle the guys up 30 minutes earlier, Todd. I'm just saying this is like almost just a straight voiceover.
Remember, he was also afraid of possibly getting stabbed by these fellows.
I do understand that.
So what, were y'all out here fishing? Or
No, we just fished out here.
Lighting.
Oh, it's a good little red there.
Well, now, Tuttle.
Yes.
You need. I can give you a little bit of advice where you wouldn't have to necessarily, maybe still, conceal, but get with the merch crick and get 10 or 15 of the like the real cheap foam koozies, like these foam koozies that we have. And if you're rolled up and you're like, okay, I just want to let you know I'm with the Bubba the Love Sponge show. And now these guys are all drinking something out of an aluminum can, every one of them.
Oh, yeah.
And I got these koozies from the show. You can scan the back there. It takes us to the homepage. But that kind of disarms them because you're giving them something from like a promotional piece from the show. And it kind of validates, And do you have any more Radio Poison shirts?
No, I don't. I do not.
Chief Charlie 215, $20.
What kind of, do you wear a Bubba Army or do you wear anything Bubba Army, when you're doing these things?
When I did some interviews for Loner and Stoner, I was wearing my Bubba Radio News Network. The
First Florida News?
Yeah, First Florida News.
Right.
People are asking, like, what affiliate? And I was like, see, it's right here on my shirt.
On First Florida News, we actually need to have that go right to Bubba Army HQ.
Yes, we do.
If we can get a hold of, so maybe Mike Rowe to do that gimmick or something like that. I know I own it on GoDaddy, and he's got access to our GoDaddy account, so he can link A to B and C to D.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we got to get that figured out because that domain, there technically is one already. So if you own that domain,
we'll figure it out.
I'm sorry I didn't tighten this up as much, Bubba.
So get with Merch Crick. Get a couple little TikTok. Maybe get like 4 or 5 pairs of sunglasses of these. Have you seen these Bubba Army sunglasses? Lummy, do you have any down there?
There's some right over. I took mine home.
Oh, I got them right here.
Yeah, if those can be yours, Tuttle.
I can have these.
Yeah, as long as they're not Seth's, are they?
No, but they're we'll get some more for Craig.
Still got the stickers on them.
Yeah, we have some in the kitchen.
Yeah, I can't see now.
But get a handful of promotional items, some air fresheners. Some.
You think air fresheners and koozies changes the course of this interview, Bubba?
I think it does. Oh, I think it does. I think if Tud walks up and says, "Hey guys, I'm with the Bubba the Love Sponge show, and here's some free koozies from the show. You can actually scan the back, and it'll take you to all the places that you can listen to Bubba. I'm gonna give him this video and just show him how cool dudes over here in Volusia County go fishing and hunting." And he's on 103.1, and you hand them something, you've automatically make them not want to slit your throat.
Yeah, I got their contact info because they shoot a lot of fishing videos and stuff. So I was like working smart. I was like,
get some content.
Get some content. Send it to me.
Yeah, there you go. So anyway, Todd, we need to arm you with some gimmicks. I mean, instantaneously that puts a guy's guard down, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like, I'm not going to slice a guy's throat that's giving me a 42-cent koozie, please.
You should see my.
Was he in the slot or?
That's my buddy's fish right now.
Snook?
That's Josh over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Will you kind of introduce me to Josh? Yeah. Can I come over here?
Yeah, sure.
Come over here.
So these guys, man, they're this cool and natural. Had you given them something, it would have been even cooler.
Well, I mean, they've already welcomed them in.
A little bit.
Yeah, true.
But
I think your knowledge of fish, Tuttle, got him, show them that you weren't some, poser,
I work on the Bubba the Love Sponge.
And Tuttle, after the show today, go up to the merch department and, maybe get a hat. But do you ever wear a hat?
My head is like,
we have these new 2X Flex Fit that fit Lummy's head.
I just gave it to him.
I don't know, man.
Tuttle, your head's not
He's more of
bigger
a
than
straw
mine.
hat guy.
Oh, yeah. Would you wear one of those Bubba straw hats?
Yeah, I would. But look, see, my head's a little deep.
Okay.
You look good in a hat.
Yeah, there you go. See?
So, yeah, I mean, so that's one of the new 2X sizes available at BubbaArmyMerch.com. Does it fit you?
Yeah, it does. It does.
All right, so now, Lummy, did you want that, or were you?
Oh, well, I had it when you were talking about it. So I mean, I'll take one if I can still get one.
Well, give yours to Tuttle.
I did. He can have that one.
No, or better yet, no. Give Tuttle's back to you.
All right.
Then Tuttle, when you go upstairs today,
get one.
Write this down. That's what I want you to get.
All right.
A 2X hat.
Yep.
All right. Then I want you to get, I think we might have some high-res, like all the guys on the job site have to wear high-res vests now. I think we got Bubba Army high-res vests. So you could be out there with like your Bubba Army, T-shirt and like your Bubba Army high-res, like safety worker vest.
I got like 3 or 4 that I used to take from the race shop. Still at home.
You do?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm fessing up to it.
So you would thieve me back then a little bit. Okay, it's okay. It's no big deal. So go ahead and cancel the high res.
Well, these are the new ones. You didn't have these at the race. These are what, a year ago?
He's already got 4 of them at home.
Did they have Bubba Army on it?
Yeah, they got Bubba Army, and they got like 4 separate, like really nice zipper pockets on it.
So just use those, okay, buddy?
Jeez, Tuttle.
All right, Tuttle, you thief. And just get you some air. She'll get you all set up, okay?
All right,
for
thank you, Bubba.
prize pack, and then when you go out, we want you all Bubba Armied out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I think the security vest really taps, really ties it all in together, makes you look official.
It looks like a media vest, like the photographers and stuff. That's exactly what it looks like.
Exactly.
Show, so I was coming out here to get like content and everything. How can I?
Did you tell me you were at the sheriff's office?
I don't know. Did I? I hope I didn't.
Right
A
now,
snook?
That's Josh over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Will you kind of introduce me to? Yeah. Can I come over here?
Yeah, sure.
By the
Come
way,
over
I
here
was
and talk to
smoking
everybody a
pot
little
before
bit.
this.
So you're high at this point.
Yeah, I am. No,
Hi.
big time.
I work on the Bubba the Love Sponge show, so I was coming out here to get like content and everything. How can I interview?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it said sheriff's
I
department.
was
You guys,
Sherlock
or-
in the vape pen.
Yeah. Hold on. The lights here. Would this be easier here? Yeah.
These guys have literally got to think that they might be like you're an undercover cop and you're trying to line them all up.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Noah.
Noah.
That guy's a
Are
fire
you
plug.
guys blue?
He is a fire plug. Look at him. That guy's ready to tackle you and put your face in the gravel at any minute.
Volusia County natives, born and raised.
And then these 2 stoners are ready to come in and start hitting you with rocks as soon as the fire pit gets you down. You know what I'm saying?
Here, don't get a lot of people. Like I grew up in DeLeon Springs, so I've lived in Volusia County.
Gotta get that guy a tighter shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's get him a small.
And how do you guys all know each other?
Well, I know these two. They went to school with me in elementary, but Noah, I met him.
See, I mean, I got to be honest with you, Tuttle. It feels a little undercover-ish. Like, how do you know?
I'm asking too many questions.
Yeah, how do you know this guy? Where do you know him from? Like,
This Karen guy rolls up with his phone on. We're just trying to fish.
It feels a little like
FWC undercover.
Yeah.
It feels like you're trying to get him because his redfish is a half-inch too small.
Well, I did ask him if it was in the slot, and that's something that a game warden would ask.
And so that's what the slot meant, huh?
Yeah.
But he used to work at the Edgewater 30th Park.
What's the biggest fish you guys have caught?
Mine
See, I am asking.
personally from.
You guys got your license?
Hollover, though, I hear Hollover. I've gone here. Hollover used to have some of the biggest fish.
I caught my biggest personal, or my overslot snook at Goodrich's Creek. It was a 31-inch snook.
Oh, no kidding. What about you?
35-inch red.
Red? Yeah. What about you?
Yes, I caught a lot of big fish. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
He's big and tall.
All right. Who's the best fisherman in the group?
Well, he would be. Or actually,
Tuttle interviews white trash, methed out fisherman while being high on a vape pen.
They were just trying to get ready for their orgy, and Tuttle's delaying
I
it.
say Josh.
And Tuttle, where's the blast off video? I mean, where's the pay? Let me ask you a question, Tuttle. Is there a payoff on this?
Well, I get into that guy, the one with the really tight shirt. He is spending like $30,000 on a wedding coming up and stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. That's a huge fish there.
I wish I could show him my big snook.
You can fast
All right,
forward it.
so
Tuttle on the side of the road in Volusia County talking to 3 dudes about how big a fish they caught.
Do guys lie about
either that is the most pimpest thing in the world, or wrap it up, buddy. The wheels have fallen off the show.
Do guys lie about the size of fish they
Just
catch?
like your penis. Yeah, you lie
all
about
right,
it.
y'all all went to school.
The guy's burning the hell out of that heater. He's got a straight coal on that
Camels.
wheel.
All right.
Look.
So when you guys were in school, who
I
was
mean,
the coolest
he still hasn't taken. I mean, he's still hitting
out of
it.
everybody in school here? Who got all the girls is what I'm saying.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's got the long hair. Anybody married here in this group?
I'm about to be married May 25th.
Well, he is.
Oh, you are? May 25th? How old are you?
I'm 20, about to be 22 in July.
That's too
Yeah.
young.
My soon-to-be wife is about to be 20.
Tuttle, I mean, I think you've gotten a little rusty on your skin. I mean, I haven't laughed one time yet.
Sorry.
I'm
A lot of
intrigued.
people, it's some of the best meat that you can ever get.
Especially if you know how to flavor.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't want you to say a name. Okay.
But there is about It's up to y'all.
I mean,
Okay, hey, okay. So this is another question. This is another question. There's another question. Your future bride, is there anybody that your future bride said, I don't want him at the wedding?
There is.
You know
What I got Andy Cohen questions and I got hillbilly.
Real fisherman of Volusia County.
Yeah, is this a hillbilly Andy Cohen Tuttle? I mean, my God, buddy.
He was just softening him up, Bubba.
That's right.
I mean, Tuttle, get me right to the launch. Interview the people that are watching the launch. Like, not 3 dudes and.
There's 4.
to say a name. I don't want you to say a name. Okay.
I'm sorry, Bubba. Please,
Dude,
this is
I can
killing
tell
me.
by
I'm
the
breaking
boots.
out in the
look
hot
at
sweat.
these boots. Those are some kickers right there.
I mean, you're just now. How big are your fish? Anybody getting married? And look at your boots, Tuttle.
What are those? I was trying to get a what are those moments.
You may not get invited back. This might be your last,
no.
listen, being a co-host on my show is a big deal. And when I ask you to bring me a piece of, video content that you've had 3 weeks to manufacture,
will you give me another chance?
Yeah, I mean, only if you admit this is horrible. Like,
it's horrible. I'm breaking out.
You have wasted the great Bubba Armies. There's no pay. I've not got a payoff yet, bud.
You said you were out there for the shuttle launch, Tuttle?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I sent that as a separate
He's
video.
a guy, all right. Be honest with me. One more question. He's a guy you don't want to fight, right? He's look at
bad. Please
look at this
stop
rugged
it.
ass
I'm
dude,
sweating,
man.
Bubba.
I mean, come on.
I got a guy. I mean,
He's got a low center of gravity. He would literally. You could.
Nicest guy you ever meet.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That's bad. Sorry.
yeah, I mean,
Can't win them all.
I mean, I don't think right now you come from a position of strength, though. So I wouldn't be like, too much of a dick right now. You're on thin ice with me. That's horrible, buddy. I mean, just saying it like it is. That's horrible.
You think maybe it's like a second listen kind of deal where, like, the more you hear it,
No,
the more...
don't listen to it. Delete it and let's call it a day.
It's horrible.
Oh, Rhett's been working on a thumbnail and everything.
Do you want to...
Rhett, you know what? Abandon that. Delete it immediately. I know. I'm late. I'm getting into it, but I just want to make sure everybody understands this is horrible, and I would prefer this not to be available. I do not want anybody that likes the show, follows the show, or has anything to do with liking the show to be able to see what this 8-minute and 23-second abortion of nonsense.
Oh my God.
Big E 737525. A Snizook Slizayer. He said he loved the content of the fishing.
Way to pander, Snook Slayer. You're about as smart as Tuttle. So Tuttle, what is?
Do you want to punish me physically?
No,
do you want me to
I
stun?
don't.
Do you want to hit me?
No, I don't. I just want you to know how disappointed I am.
Oh, no.
See, that's like something my father would say, because I'd rather him hit me instead of being a bit disappointed in me.
That's worse, Bubba. That cuts deeper for Tuttle.
I know, but
he'd rather you hit him.
But I'm not gonna hit him.
I should have wore underwear today.
I'm not gonna hit you, but
Got swamp balls.
I will tell you this, man.
Let's see those boots.
I'm not like you're on your last strike with me. Like you're on double secret probation with me. Like
even for going above and beyond.
Well, I mean, it was horrible, and it was cringe horrible.
He's got the launch video coming up.
I mean,
I think it just caught you at the wrong time of day, Bubba.
No, I knew this was. I knew this was going to happen.
But Todd, I don't want you mad at me.
No,
I
I'm
just
not
want
mad.
good quality stuff on my stuff.
I was not up to par. I'm a little rusty.
And you got
I'm
so
getting
much,
it worked out.
You got so many opportunities over there. You could have found a launch party that had a couple chicks that are drunk. I mean, they have launch parties over there all the time. Do they not?
You know what?
Every launch, there's a launch party that's got some type of hot white, like white snake loving.
How do you know what they got going on over there, Bubba?
There are some bitches that have white snake still the night going on their cassette players, watching the launch, and you could have found them.
Yeah, do you realize me sneaking up on a bunch of drunk women in the woods, how that would turn out if a Jeffrey Dahmer-looking guy walks up to him
Well, first of all,
in the middle of the woods?
You're strapped, And then you got gifts.
Yeah, you got koozies.
Hey, ladies, I got koozies. I'm from the Bubba the Love Sponge. You're very disarming looking. You don't look threatening, and you got your official, high res,
Women learn in rape protection class that when a man shows koozies, that they're always safe 100% of the time.
Yeah, I got koozies. I'm not here to rape. I'm here to get good content of drunk bitches watching SpaceX launch the 700th missile this weekend.
Do you think the interview would have been different if he did have the koozies for those guys?
I don't know, man. I think it was just, crap in, crap out. If you're just interviewing 3 dudes on the side of the road, and we're talking about fish stories, and we're talking about, who's the stockiest and toughest stories, and we're talking about who caught the biggest. I mean, come on, Todd. There ain't nothing there. Nothing funny there. You know better than that, buddy. Is everybody going to be mad at me now because I'm?
I deserve.
Is everybody going to take a crap on me? Bubba's mean. Oh my God! As soon as Todd will come in, Bubba's already cutting his video down to the bone. It's my business. It's my business. I want quality videos, not quantity. Tuttle, is the space launch do we have it? Do we have it, and is it better than what we watched, or do you feel it's the same or worse of what you watch, and it just might irritate me more?
I think it's just going to irritate you more because, the launch, it's a cool looking launch. It looks like a space sperm when it's coming down.
Okay, well, that's good. What did you do before and after that? Before the space, before who were you with the launch?
It was just me. I pulled on the side of the road. Yes, because I'm a loner. I have no family. I have no siblings. I try.
No. I mean, how about? But you live in a retirement community, and you got to hustle, and you do trivia night at
bingo.
Yeah, bingo machines in the shop right now. Haven't had it in 2 weeks.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Brian from Philly with iced tea.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. That's great.
No, I haven't, Carlo. Those are probably normally higher end cards. I'd like to one day.
I need to break out my collection. I haven't gone through them in ever.
Let's take a look.
I got a full complete Top Stadium Club first edition when they came out with them. But then I got a couple of 1950 Bowman cards.
Do you?
Yeah. I got Nolan Ryan second year card.
Take a peek.
But they're not mint.
Okay.
They got a little bit of a off center.
I agree, DK. It was a historical podcast yesterday. What's up, Brian? I thought it was really good yesterday, actually. I don't think it's always great. I'm gonna put the Loner and Stoner out today. Follow up Tull's appearance with this podcast.
We're gonna need something to pull the fucking nose up.
Well, I thought it was one of our best ones we've done.
Yeah. Your podcast, not your fucking video.
No, I know that. I was talking about the podcast, yes.
Oh yeah, we never played the video Rec got yesterday, did we?
The Daytona Beach?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rhett's OnlyFans content. Why I didn't get any. I think Rhett probably wants to work out a percentage for himself before he puts any OnlyFans stuff up there. Thanks, Berto.
See, this is what
My daughter was actually counting how much money I was holding on the Funko. She was amazed I had $15 and $1 bills yesterday. I got from Craig.
You saw those, right? Shoes and stuff.
Yeah.
Those I was gonna say the glasses are still on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm just waiting for a couple of bottles of Alpha for the boys.
Thanks.
Thank you. George Lundberg Jr. Lummy's doing a great job as EP.
Yeah.
The morale's really changed.
I've noticed a difference.
I agree.
1,000. Okay. I thought you spent 1,000, Berto. I was getting worried. Thank you, Hockey Farmer. I appreciate the support on Twitter too. Hockey Farmer, one of the rare people that has the same chat name and Twitter name.
I sent you, Macho got the new QR code landing page done. I sent you the picture. I just wasn't sure if you wanted to pull the trigger on paying the extra just for that QR code.
Yeah, I'll pay. I mean, how much it cost me?
300.
Huh?
300 a year.
Yeah.
It's all right, Robert. I just beat the Chinese flu.
Tell me out.
I can handle some dollar germs. Thank you, Fish on Jay. You're the man, dude. Aren't you over there in Orlando, Fish on Jay?
I go fishing with him all the time.
Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta be Tuttle's backup when he approaches these gangs of fishing miscreants.
I caught a big.
So what if Hulk Hogan banged his wife?
And that's bad?
You would have too if your best friend was the greatest wrestler of all time. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Alex Stein today at 9:15. He had some actually pretty funny video footage of him following RFK Jr.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah.
Now, see, Tuttle, you should look at that.
I thought he cut deep, though.
Yeah, but Tuttle, you should look at that and try to learn from it because you're a guy on the streets. Do you watch Alex Stein?
Yeah,
and how he his craft, if you will?
I think he's amazing, but he's not been out of the game. Like
you don't see him on the side of the road in Volusia asking about how big your fish is and who would win in a fight and who the ladies like, who's getting married, who's.
It sucked, but no, I mean, you love to find something that makes somebody feel bad and latch onto it.
Listen, I'm gonna watch Rhett's stuff now, and Rhett, where's the arrest happen at?
He's in the archives.
I know, but does he know a time? I'm getting ready to look at his video. Does he know a time?
I'll see if I can get it.
He's coming.
I sent you the Alex Stein stuff. If you wanted to play that real quick with RFK.
Yeah. I thought Stein went to the murder thing a little too quick.
I'm sorry.
I agree with you, Seth.
Thank you.
I don't think so because he knew that the elevator was coming up. He timed it perfectly because he knew the elevator was coming up. So he had to get it in before he got into the elevator. And he wanted that to be the high spot because he knew they wouldn't let him in the elevator if he put that as the high spot. See? He didn't, he knew.
I just feel like after the short 30 seconds I saw, I feel like Robert Kennedy would actually sit down with Alex Stein.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
I got that vibe.
Here's that. Oh, by the way, Red, what's your timepiece?
Sorry about that. 53 minutes is the first one. The second is at about 57 minutes. And the third one...
Hold on, so 53, 57. Okay, 53, 57, okay.
And then 113.30.
113.30.
Sorry about that.
By the way, I encourage anybody, like if Macho Man was out at one of his, well, he probably couldn't go live from one of his music festivals because we'd instantaneously get, a copyright strike. But that's what Macho Man does. Or maybe Macho Man live from the gym or something like that, or Seth live from whatever. If you want, during vacations and stuff, it's great for one of us to pop on live here and there. I was a complete piece of shiz and didn't do much of that. And good old Rhett. Now, Rhett, what were you doing over in Daytona Beach to begin with? Was it like Big Black Beautiful Girl Month?
Yeah, it was BBW week up there at Bethune-Cookman. A lot of graduation ceremonies.
Nice. Right.
Yeah.
I used to go to BCR when it would happen out there.
Yeah.
They moved that, I think.
And so you're in Daytona Beach, and you're streaming live. Hey, it's Rhett, live on Bubba's YouTube.
Yeah, just
Appreciate
walking around,
ya.
seeing what we can see.
How many people did you have in at one time?
At one point, I think we had like 103.
Perfect.
That was where we peaked.
Nice.
Perfect. And you're just live from Daytona Beach, and you witness a crime. Well, you witness some stuff.
Yeah, I witnessed the aftermath.
And so, what am I getting ready to look at right here? 52.
So there were 3 sets of homeless guys that the cops were running off. This first guy, I guess they got him for soliciting, but I guess there was some sort of altercation between him and another guy. He was mentioning to the cops while we were standing there that they came up and tried to steal his shrimp. He just wanted to eat his food. So
See,
the
Tuttle,
cops...
the treasure trove of stuff that you get when you go into the bowels of Daytona instead of just staying on the urban sections of
Incorporated Daytona Beach.
Yeah, like get into the bowels of Daytona where you got homelessness and panhandling, not into not into the farmlands of Volusia with 4 dudes that are fishing that maybe are out picking mushrooms. Like hard telling.
All right, I'm coming back with a vengeance. I'm telling you, you're only fueling me right now.
In traffic.
I don't blame them.
You might have to jump. I'm sorry. I was running a little loose.
Yeah, and you're huge like that.
Now, are you with your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We went up there together for BBW week.
What's that?
We went up there together for BBW week.
Right, like a little unicorn threesome Willie.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, hey, you're never going to get one of those unless you try and put yourself in those right positions.
Absolutely. Right place, right time.
Oh, there's so many
People love voyeuristic live stuff. People hate things on the side of the road.
Jesus Christ.
We do have a situation. So we walked.
He didn't do nothing. The other guy did everything.
Great taffy place. I know they got the saltwater taffy down here.
No. So what am I looking for here, Rhett?
There really isn't anything that happens here. There's just a guy on the ground. The cops tell him to pack it up and move. He was homeless. He had been there, actually. We walked past him at the beginning of the live stream. And he was just hanging out. He had a little sign up telling everybody how hard of a time he was having.
And the cops came and make you know, you can't panhandle. Tuttle, have you ever tried to panhandle?
Oh, yeah. I've panhandled before. I went and stood with this guy in downtown Orlando. He was called Lick the Wall Guy.
Lick the Wall Guy.
Yeah, he would lick the same spot on this wall if you gave him change, and he had licked the wall so much he had licked all the paint off. And so I went down there and I
overtook. Why can't you be overtook the licking territory?
Yeah, I did take it. I did overtake it.
We got a liquor down here in Ybor, a cereal liquor.
Really?
Yeah, the Ybor boot liquor, foot liquor. Shoe liquor? Shoe liquor. Yeah.
So wait, hold on. They got a panhandler down here in Ybor, which is where we live. And if you walk by them and stop and give them, throw two quarters in their little bucket, they'll lick your boots or lick your shoes or lick your toes. Or
yeah. He's like he's a light-skinned African-American fellow.
I want Tuttle to go down there,
big afro,
with like all kinds of toe jam, like wear flip-flops all day, get your feet all sweaty.
I got an ingrown nail that gets pussy sometimes.
Right, get an ingrown nail to get pussy. And then Tuttle go down there and give them, take like maybe 5 singles. Make
them work for it.
Remember how you used to have? I think Seth We started to get into it, then we got distracted. But when I used to throw you those 1 ounce nips, you'd have to bark like a seal. Remember?
Yeah, I go.
I go, good boy, Tuttle. Here comes one, and he go, hur, and I'd throw him.
Thank God he's on the path to recovery.
Yeah,
it's like 9 or 10 drinks before 10.
So, Rhett, what's this right now? Now I'm almost at 57. I'm at 56, 51. You said at 57 there's a high spot.
Yeah, this is the second guy. So they had him in cuffs and 5-6 cops standing around him. He was talking the most. I guess what had happened with this guy
Now, are these
is
guys just guilty? They're only guilty of being homeless?
the first guy and the third guy, yes. This second guy, I guess, was also homeless, but he started a fight. He was in a fight that was in one of the bars, and they had to run him out.
Okay.
And so the cops chased him down.
Chased him down here to the curb.
Yeah. And be ready to dump. I think I say OS here.
Oh, he's vocal, too.
Man, what is going on with Daytona? I didn't know Daytona.
Yeah, it's bad.
I didn't know.
Bubba.
See, then again, Tuttle. See, by you telling me it's bad means you need to be there to captivate the badness with your, high res or high vis, Bubba Army looking official down there. Florida First News, Mike Flagg. Come on.
There was a double stabbing.
What's wrong with Daytona Beach now?
It's just like all the homeless people come down there and they got this splash pad and the homeless people use it to shower in.
And that's why. That's exactly why the cops were around this part of town so heavy, because I guess during holiday weekends on city property is when there is just zero tolerance for these guys.
Yeah, because they want to keep. They want the families like Seth and his wife to be able to feel comfortable to go down to the splash pad for little sis Amy.
Yeah.
And they got two homeless, two homeless people bathing.
They just had Jeep Week.
Yeah, the fire truck out here. Damn, what the hell is going on?
Oh yeah, this is a real bad place.
Oh, he's asking for the cop's name.
All right, so then the next one's at 113.
113:30. The cops had gone from this scene over to the 7-Eleven down the road. There was another guy that I guess was causing problems, and the manager had called.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah.
There we go.
I was a little excited.
Sorry.
Here we go. We're hanging out. It says 7-Eleven. Let's go.
Man,
I sound like Lummy.
Red is quite the investigative journalist now, is he not?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Three arrests.
Three.
Oh, let's go. These guys are going to get tired of seeing me. This is where they ended up at the 7-Eleven. Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
Who would have ever thought that Rhett would be scooping Tuttle on his own on his own hometown?
I'm really not that impressed right now.
It's far better than yours.
I know. I did find out the boots he was wearing.
Which one's those?
Who cares about the? I mean, you're at this point probably getting ready to get some nonsense here too.
Baby,
Okay. You're good. Here, I'll walk in.
Oh, she's thirsty. She wants it.
Yeah, she got some water. We were pretty drunk by this point.
You're what?
We were pretty drunk by this point.
Right.
Okay, so we just come up and get something to eat and just kind of hang out at the store? I mean, what? Is there like...
Now, did this guy really do something wrong, or did cops just accost people that look like they might be homeless?
I guess this guy had done something to spark a complaint through the store, but other than that, no, I don't think he was doing anything crazy. They just didn't want him hanging out there in groups of 3 and 4.
Yeah, if you look like a homeless guy and you're kind of dirty, they're going to try to hem you up and ask for your ID and do a Terry. Like cops are going to screw with you.
That guy in the blue right there was with him. At one point,
no, he's not. He's like,
wasn't.
He's like, I'm out of
Yeah,
here.
same guys.
All right. Well, thank you, Rhett, for your contributions.
Yeah, nothing groundbreaking, but we were there, and we saw some stuff happen.
Yeah. And hopefully that'll maybe light a fire underneath little Tuds.
Hey,
Tuttle, you've done some great work.
Yeah,
I mean, remember the Ober coming out of the Cox building deal?
Anthony.
Casey Anthony, you got yourself on national television there. I mean, you've done some great work, buddy, and you have the ability to do great work. But I don't know. Maybe you don't have it anymore. Maybe you don't have the street factor anymore. Maybe you're just you gotten all arrogant and cocky with being a co-host that you don't think you have to grind on the streets anymore.
I promise you.
I need my street grinder.
I will guarantee you one of my top 5.
Remember back in the day when your dad and his boys would get together and pull all the golf carts, and you sometimes you'd roll. That'd be great content.
Trailer Park MAGA.
Yeah, Trailer Park MAGA. That was great.
Yeah.
Why can't we do retirement? I don't know, something. Tuttle, I think you going and interviewing all these cougs, all these widowed cougs, and trying to put some moves on them.
Yeah, the HOA is voting on trying to get a Confederate flag down that somebody's flying. I'm going to get on top of that one.
Now, see, you need to be at that. You need to be at that meeting.
Yeah, it's
it's
kind of tattered, and he flies even above the American flag.
That's a real dick move. And so, Tuttle, that's the kind of things we need. Not 3 guys out comparing who has the biggest snook.
You want Tuttle to put his life in danger?
No, but I mean, I want him out there grinding.
I don't value my life at this moment. Not going to do anything bad, please. I don't want to say, but I see. Honestly, that's the thing about it. Once you've been Baker acted once, you can't.
You can't do any of the key. Like there's some trigger words that get the funny farm. Back on your case again.
Yeah.
So, Tudge, I mean, you know that you can do better than you did. I'm not mad at you. Of course, you.
I needed this. I needed this.
You needed a good, strong showing today.
To be humbled.
And for me to want to get my calendar and write down, the next time, I actually have an opening on the 19th because Tara can't make it.
Oh.
And, I was going to say, hey, Todd, you want to come in on the 19th? Because we're not going to be on July 3rd, we're not going to be on, so I could have you on the 19th instead and then pick you back up on the 10th. God, that would be a ton of real estate for you. Ton of co-host airtime.
Did I lose it?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
he hasn't done anything in here to lose it, Bubba. I think it was his desire to go above and beyond.
But we were all dancing. The show was flowing good, and then I dropped this turd.
Right. See, you understand the programming aspect of it, and the fact that we were all dancing. It was a funny show, and then we completely. Have you seen those test cars that they go in like 120 miles an hour, and then they jam them right into a wall?
Yeah.
And analyze. That's what we were doing real well, and we literally just crash test dummied ourselves at 110. Basal skull fractured. All of us were just like, all of us are like, might as well just Dale Seniored ourselves right into the wall. We're the 3 car in the 01 Daytona 500.
And the seatbelt, I basically loosened the show seatbelt.
Yeah, and have us just, so just you know what? Just do better. Okay?
Sorry, Bubba. But I promise you, I'm promising you.
You live in a retirement community, and you are the youngest, sexiest, most desirable guy there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ton. You're working a bunch of angles on some gilfs.
He's the bingo host.
You're the bingo host.
Pressure washer.
Just you sitting in your bingo host position. Calling out the bingo deal would be. You're in a public place. You're not. I wouldn't do isolations on grandma so they don't feel uncomfortable.
Would it be great if you?
But a wide shot of you doing the deal would be great for what now?
A live stream if he was actually streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, Todd.
Well, I'm saying we're getting a bunch of new balls because we were missing I-12 and B-16.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Somebody like pocket those or something happened?
Yeah, sometimes they go a little missing, and then the motor is kind of not blowing the balls around as much.
Okay, well.
You got to have that sound.
I have a professional bingo machine.
Oh, you still have that one?
I think. Let me do. All the stuff that we've hoarded away. And
I think we do have it still in the back.
Yeah.
The backpack.
Do you still have the 3 rolling machines that you would put tickets in? No, that was great.
No, I don't have that, but I do have a professional bingo machine. And if you put Bubba Army stickers, all around the base, I'll give it to you.
For real?
No, for real. And then you could really look like a hero with HOA because they're like $250. And you can be like, I just want to let you know that I got us a slightly used machine all ready to go. My buddy who gave it to me just want me to put his bumper stickers on the base here, but as you can see, it's fully functional. It works. Yeah, Now, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you just making up that your bingo machine's made up, broken, and that you're just going to literally just throw mine aside? Or do you really, really need my bingo machine? Because I don't need it, and I'd be willing to give it to you.
Okay, it's supposed to be fixed like within the week or 2 weeks.
Why not have a backup, though?
Okay, I mean, I will definitely bring it up to them, and I think it would be a great idea, and we could gimmick it up with, like, make it look like a NASCAR car with all your logos and how to listen. I don't know if they understand QR codes.
Whatever. I think it's something you should think about. Because, I'm never going to use it.
Okay.
And you might be able to use it. And if anything, you could always say, you know what? That's our backup machine. It's fully loaded with all the ones ready to go in case this one would take a crap. Our HOA in this retirement community is so effing cool that we got a backup bingo machine ready to go. When the NASCAR guys come to the track, do they bring one car or do they bring a backup?
You bring two and parts.
Right, because they're all that.
And this would probably loosen them up about the streaming and being more open, because it would be, this is how he got us the new bingo machine.
Right.
We got to play ball here.
Yeah, listen, our bingo night's now sponsored by the Bubba Army, or the Bubba the Love Sponge show, and maybe not tell them that, but just whatever. Guy gave the machine, wants me to go live from his channel, just streaming our lovely bingo game.
Okay.
And for that, he's given us a brand new machine, and my machine's nice. You've seen my machine?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's more state of the art than the one we have.
All right. Well,
Well, thank you, Bubba. I think that'll grease the wheels, and I promise you, I'm already thinking of bits and stuff to do.
Seth, don't you think that people would want to see live bingo streaming with Tuttle?
I know for one that I would.
I would too.
I would love to see that.
I could be at the track, and I'd tell the merch crick, hey, man, because we have to have this special internet booster, Lummy, because when I'm at the track, I have to have an internet booster.
In the middle of nowhere.
I do. In order to get to stream things. And so I'd be like, hey, get the booster ready. I'm going to be off the grader at whatever time Tuttle's going to do this, because I want to watch him do. What nights do you guys do bingo?
Wednesday nights, 6 o'clock. The last Saturday of every month is potluck dinner that we do. I bought 2 boxes of fried chicken from Winn-Dixie and brought that.
Do you charge them a certain amount of money, and then you're making that much on the vig?
No. It's we all do quarters. Like every 5 balls, I yell quarters up, and then they get the quarters, put it in the pot, and then you could walk away. I think the last pot we did on Coverall was $125.
See, there's a whole big there's a whole nother life of bingo-ness that we're not even familiar with. Seth, I wasn't familiar with the quarters up. Were you?
No, not at all.
Quarters up.
I like that you think that Tuttle is trying to make money off the potluck dinner somehow.
He's been hanging out with you too long, Seth.
Yeah. He needs to start hanging out with you to start learning how to shake people down.
I wouldn't even know how to turn a potluck dinner into a money-making venture.
Well, you go out and buy all the stuff, and then
charge a fee to get in.
You charge everybody $10 to get in. They can only eat those old people can't really eat very much at all, can they, Tuttle?
No.
Old people.
No.
I can't wait to get old because my appetite will finally go down. Hopefully.
They all love Jell-O salad with the fruit bits in it.
See, God. So I'm just saying, Tuttle, your life rolling around in your retirement community and the things that you get yourself involved in need to be taped.
I sent you an example of a senior bingo night at the center.
Oh, at?
No, Tuttle. It's just, kind of what it is.
Oh, yeah. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. They got a rolling machine.
B12. B12.
Tuttle. Seth, are you not agree? We need Tuttle. Right? With
Tuttle
his Bubba Army shirt on.
We should actually just be hiring somebody to follow Tuttle around.
Yeah.
Tuttle's the star of the show.
No.
Well, I don't think I'm going to pay the guy for the footage I get on the side of the road of Volusia County, though.
Okay, Bubba, for the love of Christ, we get it. You hated the bit.
I know, but for the love of Christ, don't bring anything like that back again, or you'll never come back on the show.
That's a chopper one.
Get it.
And her pacing is horrible.
8-2.
Wait, her pacing is horrible. I mean,
See, Tuttle, except my machine has a big blower to it.
It's got the glass dome top.
Yeah,
on
glass
it.
dome top, and you put your hand at the very top, and then when you let your hand off of the thing, then a ball gets sucked up into the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Lummy, we may be able to find our bingo machine and with a few balls and show the ins and outs of it with Tuttle here. Next break, see if we can find it.
Yeah, I gotta try to find it because it might have got moved to the backpack.
Oh, okay. It got moved
when we were doing all the demolition.
Yeah, her pacing is off. Too long. She's lost the room.
60.
She's lost the room.
Yeah, she has.
She lost the room.
Yeah, because like if you
lost the room.
They start all talking because they all have hearing aids on and stuff, and they're repeating themselves. You just gotta, you gotta be the bus driver there.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We were drunker than Nick Hogan's wife when we put this thing together. BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
HOA lead.
We need to send Colton. Colton's got to be his cameraman. This is a lot to put on Tuttle to be the star and be the cameraman.
No, I can set it up. I got plenty of tripods.
He got plenty of tripods.
He's got tripods.
Yeah.
He's got tripods for days.
And what he's a pro at some shit.
Bubba, I think that side of the road thing, if you give it some time, I think you're going to really see
Come
the
on,
genius
Seth.
of it.
Just stop talking about it. He'll forget
I
about
liked it. I liked it. I want to know more about that guy's wedding.
Dude, these straw hats are so badass. That might be my new favorite piece of Bubba merch.
Yeah, you got to put that on. And
I don't know. This one might be a little hard to fit on this one, but make it work. Oh no, that's good. Well, once I get a haircut, that'll definitely fit better. It's a little tight right now, but it'll loosen up. What do you think?
yeah, I mean, you need to roll up in there fucking fully Bubba Army now. High vet. I mean, come on now.
Nobody's in here. I thought I would see if the chat talk might be making a mistake here. All right. Hello, everybody. Might be making a mistake by jumping in the chat, but just thought I would talk to you guys while everybody else was out of the studio. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Shredda. What's up, Boogie? LM Close. Somebody said new Tuttle shirt. I'll do better next time, I promise.
No, I don't need any help. What's up,
I know.
Brian?
The line's gonna be fucking so long to bang Tuttle. Look at this shit.
Oh, I found it. I got some balls in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Get your dick ready, Tuttle.
Plug it in with that guest mic position.
All right.
And get it plugged in.
This out of your way? Or do you
I
want
gotta
to use
set
it
it
on the chair?
I gotta set it where it is.
Okay.
I bet fucking Colton would love to play some fucking
I'm gonna
bingo.
move this up, sorry.
Colton needs to be the bingo commissioner. He needs to be the commissioner.
The commish?
Tuttle's just a talent.
Dude, I think Tuttle and Colton should open up their own 55 and up community.
And run it?
Yeah. Because you already got the experience in Colton that people love Colton. So
Colton's like an ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good with money, too, so.
I mean, he could do it all. He could fuck. He could fix things. He could do money.
He can talk Mrs. Jones out of upgrading to her power wash gimmick. Then Pat comes over and fucking does a power wash. Colton gets the fucking $250. They split it. They each make $1.25.
Then they good cop, bad cop, the Confederate flag.
Right.
Jay smokes weed there, too.
There you go.
Who smokes weed?
Everybody at the park.
But you can
Really?
sell some.
Swear to God.
You can probably sell dime bags all day.
I walk around there all the time, and it
He's the biggest export from Warsaw, Indiana.
Oh, yeah! Bubba the Love Sponge.
Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Tuttle as the guest host today, who was supposed to provide me with a piece of video content that, as an offering.
Jesus.
He's on once a month, and the only rule I have with him is, I need at least a podcast a week out of you, which I've been getting. The Stoner Stoner show is progressing nicely. I wish your on air. I wish your video contribution were as strong as your podcasting, because your the Stoner Stoner shows, pretty good.
Thank you.
You guys are doing well on that, and you got the engineering down, and you guys, so. Anyway, thank you for that. But you're also, when you come on the show as a co-host, you're supposed to provide me with a piece of video that I can use for my YouTube. Our YouTube is really one of the most important aspects of our business. It really is. And we concentrate heavily on it. We put a lot of exclusive content on there that you can't find anywhere else. And, we ask you, and the day trials and tribulations of being Tuttle, to be able to whip up something. Now, mind you, Tuttle lives in a 55 and up community where his mom formerly lived until she passed. He was living with her. I've seen the inside of your. The place is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, your mom had a really nice place.
Yeah, 11. It was almost 1,100 square feet.
And now it's all yours.
Yeah.
Golf cart's all yours. Your dad's pickup truck's all yours.
Yeah, I got the PT Cruiser that has.
I mean, you're rolling. You got a pretty damn good job. You're rolling. You're back on the air. You got a hell of a lot. You got a lot going for you. You just gotta living in the 55 and up community. Just absolutely screams of content. I just don't think you've been using your head.
Okay. Well, I was on a probation period after my mom passed away because it had to be voted on for me to be able to stay. But
they could have kicked you out.
Yeah, they could have
said sell the place and kick it, or I guess it's on wheels, right?
No.
Your mom doesn't have a fifth wheel.
No, it's manufactured home.
Oh, so it's stayed in place.
Yes.
All right. Wow, you guys have really gone, because last time.
Yeah, we were living in a fifth wheel slider.
When your mom and dad were together at the Hobo Fish Camp, you guys just had a double slide out fifth wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a full blown manufactured housing 1100 Willie.
Yep.
Nice. Way to move it on up, kid.
Yep. Central air and heat.
There you go. And so a Taj Mahal compared to where you used to.
Yeah.
You gotta really not. And did you take over Mom's bedroom?
No, I've sealed it up.
Oh yeah, you sealed it up because you don't want to lose her smell.
Yeah.
And what type of bed do you have? Queen? King?
I got a queen in my room, which I'm turning into my studio, and there's a king size bed and the.
You keep your place nice. I mean, do you keep your place tidy?
Yes, very tidy.
Right. And so they voted for you to stay. They all like you because so I guess some of the gilfs out there, you walk around with your shirt off, and a couple of them kind of got the hankerings for you a little bit. Have you laid any? Have you laid any wood out there?
No. I mean, there was one that I was hanging out with and going over there, and that was the Trini.
The what?
The Trini, the woman from Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how old was she?
She is 49, but she was living there with somebody else that had passed away as well too.
So she's kind of in the same situation as you are. Mm-hmm. So she's, by most people's standards, one of the youngest women out there.
Yeah.
And you guys were hooking up for a little bit? I mean, like full intercourse?
Yeah. Well, no, not full intercourse. Just
make out?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oral?
Like yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and on her as well too.
Hell yeah. Mutual oral.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mutual oral.
Yeah.
Really?
And
how is that Trinidad-y? How's that action?
Oh, it was great. I was expecting because
easy here.
We eat a lot of curry goat. She brings over goat. It's like a staple in Trinidad.
Lummy. When the goats come up missing, know that
Toto's getting
Pat had a hot date with the Trinidad bitch, and they needed some meat.
Yeah, but it was great. She got nice jugs.
So what happened to her? I mean, are you still?
Well, she had to go back to the island to take care of her grandmother that she's coming back with. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's moving in with her grandma?
No, she's bringing the grandma back.
Bringing the grandma back. So, all right. So they voted for you to be there. So you're all locked in on that. Now you run bingo night, and you do.
What'd that feel like when you got voted in to stay, Tuttle?
I was pretty good.
Feel like you won something? Did you get like a little trophy?
Well, no. They allowed me to finally get all the paperwork done and sign for it being in my name. So like it's mine now. Like it's bought and paid for.
You probably own that place free and clear.
Yes.
I mean, Johnny Big Bucks.
No payments on that.
I mean, honest to God, that's probably worth $150, 200,000, something like that.
Yep.
You got truck paid for.
Yep.
I mean, you're rolling. Are you still doing the power washing shakedown?
Power washing season's coming up.
Right.
They're going to start doing their inspections. They come around, they see how dirty your trailer is, and then they'll deliver a letter to you having to have it cleaned by a certain amount of time.
And then you'll come in because you know the places that get the letters.
He delivers the letters, I think.
Yeah, I do.
Now, so when you give him the letter, do you say, Mrs. Johnson, I just want to let you know, you can go with anybody you want, but I have a power cleaning service.
Oh, yeah.
And I could probably get this whole area done for $250, maybe $300.
Yeah, I deliver and then I sell. On the back end.
What's your closing ratio?
Closing ratio is pretty good because, I have all my own equipment. I have all my own brushes. I have my own chemicals that I use to be able to clean. So,
do you roll up with your whole unit hooked up to your golf cart, or you pull like your truck, or?
I got a wagon with wheels that I just bring that down and attach the pressure washer.
You got to use their water then, right? You got to use.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's the average power washing job going for?
Well, depending on like a regular size house, $250 right off the top. But if it's a bigger one and you want me to do underneath the carport and maybe get some of the roof and stuff, it could go as high as $400.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So here's a true on the streets God right here, Tuttle. This is the kind of people you need to be paying attention to this type of situation. We'll have Alex on at 9:15 today, Lummy.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Bobby, can you admit that abortion's bad for the people on the internet? Abortion's bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, every abortion is a tragedy, and we need to have choice, but we need to have more life.
Yeah, but what about climate change? You know that's fake. Obama and them all have a house out on the beach. Come on. Do you think climate change is real too, Bobby?
Are you saying to me that you don't believe it?
Well, I think humans have an effect on the weather, but you know that it's not what they describe it as. You know. You're smart enough. You know the vaccines are bad. You know the climate change isn't what they describe it as.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about to say.
But you know, Bobby, I'm a big fan of yours. I love you. I think you know the CIA killed your dad. The CIA killed JFK. Why don't you talk about that more, Bobby? Are you afraid, Bobby?
See, now, so Alex knew there's a quick hard left right to the elevator. He
And
knew
that guy
that.
behind him, behind RFK,
Right.
is kind of pushing him a
The
little
young Ted Cruz looking guy.
You know, he's the only one that does not get Secret Service.
Yeah.
CIA killed your dad. The CIA killed JFK. Why don't
See, like, so right now, Alex knows
Things
this
are going
is,
so well, Bubba.
Yeah, but he also knows that he's in real. Who's this little shorty back here?
Yeah,
it's like my first wife.
Probably somebody that's going to end up suing him after the campaign.
But you know, Bobby, I'm a big fan of yours. I love you. I think you know the CIA killed your dad. The CIA killed JFK. Why don't you talk about that more, Bobby? Are you afraid, Bob?
And that goes from his handler just walking with him to his handler actually grabbing his shoulder, Bobby's shoulder, and whisking him into the elevator.
Yep.
Talk about that more, Bobby. Are you afraid, Bobby?
I'm not afraid.
Well, then speak to me. But you got these guys beating me up. I think you should have Secret Service. I'm on your side, Bobby. I just want these answers in serious subjects. I don't know why it's so hard to talk about
He's
it.
a little aggressive on the Bobby.
I don't know why it's so hard.
Yeah, you know, you're right.
And it comes off like, small time.
Kind of condescending.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and you know what? That's what I'm going to come with him today, saying, listen, I think the Bobby was kind of condescending. Had you called him,
Well, he knows that, Bubba.
I know
mean,
that,
he's
but
not-
I think maybe you could have got maybe a small little bit more of a better reaction had you not thrown so many Bobbies in there. And he's a senator, is he not?
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
So he's not a nothing.
He's just a businessman.
I just wonder how long Alex had to wait at that, for him to come out.
Something we'll ask him. Something they will definitely ask.
Right, he'd be there for hours.
If you look at, he was part of the
the panel, or
exactly.
He was what?
He was part of the whole weekend with them, so he knew when they were coming and going off.
Oh, so Alex was part of the speaking group that
Correct.
also had Robert speak as well. So that's probably
And
what
Trump.
allowed Alex to be even in that area.
Correct.
Because
And Trump
probably
was there
this
too.
might have been a hotel, and Alex is staying there because all guest speakers are staying there. Something like that.
Yeah.
Every abortion is a tragedy, and we need to have.
I did watch this weekend something about the Kennedys, and it talked about Robert Kennedy and how Sirhan, there's a big conspiracy as to whether Sirhan really killed Robert Kennedy or not, because they're saying, like, have you guys heard that
Yes.
before? There's
Yeah.
supposedly a second gunman that they don't know of, and they pinned it all on Sirhan, but there's indeed a second gunman, because the amount of people shot or the amount of bullets is like two more greater than the capacity of what Sirhan had. And let's not forget that the Sirhan, the guy that killed, well, at least got charged for killing Robert Kennedy Jr., this was a whole Palestinian-Israel deal. That's what he was mad about. I think he was a Palestinian.
He was.
And he was mad about USA's pro-Israel stance and Bobby's pro-Israel stance. That's what I think the motive was, right? I mean, am I right or wrong about that?
No, you're right about Israel and the military and all that kind of stuff.
Kind of like what we're going through right now.
Yes.
You know what that is? I got to be careful on how I say this, but that would be the worst thing for our country right now, is for as contentious of a situation. It's just really a very volatile. The presidential election and the potentially three if you add Bobby Kennedy, but he's kind of a non-factor with regards to really having a chance to win. So you have two people. You have Joe Biden and you have Donald Trump. And I've never in my lifetime, and you guys probably would agree, have seen a more contentious, hate each other, win at all costs, tick for tack. You're going to put this many charges on Trump, then the FBI is going to go after Hunter. Again, tick for tack. And they're just cut. This is the most cutthroat that it's ever been. and it needs to shake itself out, maybe through debate, obviously through Election Day. And then after Election Day, we're going to be forced with, what comes after the election is whatever team doesn't win. And they're going to instantly say the other team stole the election.
Yeah, they're January 6th.
That's what they all. I don't think. No, I think we've learned. I really do. I think we've learned. First of all, I don't think the Democrats would do that. A January 6th deal. And secondly, I don't know that the Republicans do it again, because that's almost an F around and find out kind of deal. Really, they made a very big deal out of something that wasn't that big a deal, but kind of was a big deal. So, I don't think that anybody's going to be protesting at the Capitol building anymore to the degree that they did on January 6th, because they are literally around. If you were at the steps of the Capitol building with a sign that said, Trump got screwed,
they're still looking for you.
And you didn't do any. You didn't do any other thing. I know a person, a nurse. This isn't just, Colton or somebody that could tell some fish story. This is a woman that makes 80 or 90 grand a year. She's a nurse at a surgery center, and she went up, her and her husband, to this January 6th deal, and they stayed in the park. First of all, they were in the host hotel, and there was this big announcement. Everybody got a text, go get on the bus because we're all going down to the Capitol building. So her and 5 other buses went on down to the Capitol building, and her husband said, hey, let's just kind of sit back and sit on this park bench here and not go in the building, but let's just, protest and have our sign from back here. And then I guess at one time after 15 or 20 minutes, they crossed the road onto the Capitol property, but didn't go to they went to the first step of the Capitol building. The first step. Now, I don't know how many feet that is from the front door, but it's probably a lot. What would you say? It's probably at least 100 feet?
Yeah, if not more.
If not more?
Yeah.
Maybe 50, 60 yards by the time you go up all the steps. So she's been contacted by the FBI and questioned as to why she was there, who she was with, where she was staying. Does she have any surveillance on her phone to validate that she didn't go any higher than the first step? They've cross-referenced her video footage with government footage. They've been able to prove that she didn't go any higher than the first step, but they're still messing with her.
Her phone connected to the government building. That's how they're getting all these
so
people.
Whether you're on the first step or you're in Nancy Pelosi's office, you're still pinging off the same tower. So it puts you in that general proximity. You know what I'm saying? The tower can't put you in the building, but the tower can put you in the radius of the building. And so they got pinging records. They got her, this and that. But, she's probably not going to be in trouble. But she's had to go down to the FBI building, let me just right down the street from here, no less than 4 times with an attorney. And listen, the attorneys aren't free. She's had to lawyer up, retain a guy, show the guy her footage, how far she went. He's had to then subpoena or see what the government has and what type of footage they have, try to sync up the footage and she, again, at this time, she's not in trouble, but she still is answering. I wouldn't want that. So what does that tell me? The next time I'm not too happy with the election results, stay at home, or your big ass could go to prison. Isn't there people that did prison time over that?
Oh yeah, years.
Yeah. There's people that did prison time. So I think, even the most hardcore MAGA dude, if Trump loses, okay? If Trump loses. And I think even the most hardcore MAGA deal be listen, we might want to rethink the Capitol building kind of deal. Let's kind of protest some other way.
You really think Trump loses? I don't even feel like it's I don't even feel like it's going to be a contest.
Can I tell you what I think?
Yes.
I think it's going to be a blowout.
Yes.
I think it's going to be an absolute blowout. When I see the gatherings that he had in New York, when I have African Americans that have voted Democrat for 50 years, saying that our party has left us and all they care about now are illegal immigrants, and you got a large contingency of African Americans, not only just regular African Americans on the streets of the Bronx and Brooklyn, but African Americans, well-versed political pundits, that have talk shows that are African Americans that are going on the Bill Maher show and things like that are saying the Democratic Party has abandoned us. They've left us homeless. They've demilitarized the police. The urban centers that we live close to are just an absolute war zone of homelessness. And meanwhile, our party, the Democratic Party, are kissing these immigrants' ass. We've let 7.3 million of these immigrants in our country, and we're trying. And listen, because here's what the Democratic Party is telling each other. Maybe not. I don't know if they're telling Joe anything, because Joe can't quite understand. But I think the movers and the shakers, the Clintons, the Obamas, the other people, the Soroses, they're telling, hey, listen, we're losing a large part of our African-American base. We really are. They're mad, and they're mad about immigration, and they're mad that we can't take care of Americans, black, white, and different. We can't take care of Americans. There aren't Americans that are getting, to stay in the Roosevelt Hotel in downtown Manhattan and get $2,400 spending checks with a cell phone. And then if you don't like Manhattan, you can go to your immigrant, handler and tell them you'd like 2 tickets to Chicago, and they'll fly you to Chicago and put you up in Chicago. Meanwhile, I got a brother living, I got a cool ass African-American brother living in Milwaukee who can't make ends meet, who's now on the streets, and they're giving Pedro, the immigrant, $2,400 in a cell phone. And Jerome, the homeless Milwaukee dude, ain't getting nothing. And guess what? Jerome's an American.
I never got any of my stimulus checks.
You're living large right now.
Yeah, I know, but it'd be nice.
Did you fill anything out?
Yeah, I've appealed and I've gotten denied.
Well, I wouldn't push it too hard, because you keep pushing too hard. Next thing you know, you got an IRS audit.
Yeah.
You're making it. So, man, when this next election goes down, I think we're all going to agree, even if it is a blowout, the Democrats aren't just going to concede. They're going to act just like the stupid-ass Republicans did and protest. Now, to what degree, I don't know.
It'll probably be like the first time Trump was elected. They protested pretty
here's
hard.
the deal, man. Throw your party association right out the window. Throw immigration, abortion, inflation, climate control. Throw all of that, all the immigration, illegal immigrants. Throw all that all out the window. And the things that we care about as Americans. Throw all that out the window. Throw the fact that you've voted one way or the other. Like, for instance, Elise is one side of the ticket. Your mom, she's probably a lifelong Democrat, and Janie Cakes is a lifelong Republican. Throw both Janie Cakes and Elise out. And if you just go by which of the two men that could potentially lead this country seems to be more present and has a little bit more of a skillful mindset to be a leader, you may hate him all you want. He's not very presidential. He fires people on Twitter. He's a dick. He's a prick. But at least you could fly him over to Israel and try to get some of these leaders together and create a peaceful ceasefire. I think he could maybe do that. I don't know that Joe can do that. I don't know if Joe might not even make the flight across the pond.
Probably not.
Just physically, he looks like he's in trouble. Jimmy Carter is just a step above him. When you cognitively are as bad as Jimmy Carter.
Until like 5 years ago, Jimmy Carter was still building homes for Habitat for Humanity.
But just goes to show you, man, when it starts to slip in, like you probably saw it with your parents.
Yep.
When it starts slipping, man,
it goes.
Months turn into years, meaning as far as quickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm so worried about my mother. And she had a terrible fall this weekend, and she's completely bruised up, and she thinks that she broke her back, and she thinks she's got a blood disease. Like her mind's really.
She overthinking it now?
Yeah, she's way overthinking it. And that's just part of growing old.
But you use a lark.
But no, she doesn't use a lark. But I'll tell you right now, man, Janie Cakes could be a better president than what we got right now.
What's wrong with his eyes? He can't even keep his eyes. His eyes have gotten more closed every single time.
Now, do we think, Seth? You know, your mom obviously is a Democrat, and it would be interesting to pick her brain. Like, does she think maybe? Well, I guess we'll have Babyface in here tomorrow, but do they? I don't think that can be your candidate. I just don't.
Well, Babyface is voting for Trump.
Well, he has to because he lost a bet. But exactly. I'm just saying, do they pull one of these? I think that they have to pull one of these convention switcheroos. They got to.
It's kind of late. I mean, Bubba, I'm not a political guru by any means, but isn't it kind of late in the game?
Now, hold on. I think the Democratic convention is like 2 weeks from now. Let me ask a little girl.
It's July, I think.
Is it July?
I believe so, yeah.
Hey, Alexa, when is the Democratic National Convention?
The 2024 Democratic National Convention will take place from August 19th to 22nd, 2024, and will be held at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois.
August?
That's not a good time to be in Chicago. That's summertime.
But not only that, but I don't know that. I thought the Democratic Party was going to have June, July to pull this big switcheroo.
I thought July.
But they got to stay pregnant with Sleepy Joe till August.
And the first debate's in June.
They gotta do something.
Do they even have anybody in mind? And the waiting?
I keep saying that Newsom or Obama or Michelle.
They're saying Michelle Obama, the beast.
Beast.
She's a beast.
Yes, she is.
Big Mike.
When I come back, my good friend, I got a little insight into this too. This just didn't happen overnight. This has been developing for a while. And my good friend, which Tuttle would. Well, I think you guys all. I don't think I have to prove how good of friends Tony Stewart and I are. That's he's really my friend. That's my boy.
We'd be hanging out. He would just randomly call you on the weekends. To
or we'd be at Daytona, and he'd be like, "Hey, take your golf cart over to the driver's lot and come over to my bus." And then we'd be in his bus with Sumo and Gooch. Hot passes. Anyway, I mean, Tuttle. When we were hooked up between Joey Chitwood, Jim Hunter. And Tony Stewart, man. I mean, we were rolling around, hot passes.
You had your own golf cart, Gator.
I had my own golf cart and my own bus. And Tuttle broke into my bus. Well, actually, was supposed to be sleeping on the couch and was trying to get into my back sleeping area in the middle of the night, and it freaked me out. And I, from that point forward, made Tuttle sleep in his car the rest of the trip because I'm like, who tries to break into a guy's? I'm in.
It was a trust thing. That was all. I wasn't really coming in.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to see if you trusted me enough to leave your door unlocked.
So I'm sleeping, and I hear at 8:30. I hear and I go, Tuttle, what are you trying to do? Nothing. Well, what are you trying to do? I was trying to get your door open. It was like a pneumatic and it had a 4-digit code, and he was hitting all these numbers, and it was going like dee 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 because he was not hitting the right numbers. I'm like, well, why would you want to come in here? Just to see if I could, break the code and all.
We also played cornhole all day with Mike Allstott
and Ron White.
Yeah,
the comedian. That was cool. Man, Allstott back then looked like he could play. Gerald McCoy was there too. Yeah. Remembered? Tuttle. I mean, Seth. My big ass $1 million bus was parked next to Mike Allstott's $1 million bus. We're in the media lot. We're literally from here to the next street over from the track. Tuttle. We were, we were in the same. We were in an adjacent lot to where the drivers were, and Ron White, Gerald McCoy, and Mike Allstott was in the bus next to us. And remember how drunk Allstott was?
Oh, dude,
he was drunk.
Oh. It looks weird when he holds a regular-sized beer can. And
he's a big dude.
Oh, my God. You were a little worried, though, because
I made some songs over the years, and Mike was super cool with him. He's like, oh, yeah, I've heard of him. No big deal. I was like, oh, God, I thought he was going to kill me. Then he brought in Gerald McCoy, and that's literally one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen. Lummy. Gerald McCoy might have been, I think he might have been a little soft as a defensive lineman.
That's what they say.
But physically,
big.
Physically, man.
Just a monster.
What did he go? What was he listed physically, Jerry McCoy?
6'4", right?
6'4", 310, something like that.
Oh God. I think he played close to 300 pounds. Towards the end of his career, he was vegan, so he slimmed down and he kept getting injured.
Yeah, well, he needed to be.
Last 3, 4, 5 years of his career, he was on the Raiders for 5 minutes. He was in Dallas as a Cowboy for a practice or two.
Yeah, I said 6'4", 300.
So anyway, my good friend Tony Stewart is getting out of NASCAR. Done.
What?
But I think he's going to get paid. Can somebody look up what maybe Tuttle knows?
A charter?
What's a charter? He's got 4 charters, and he owns 51% of 3 of the 4 charters. His deal with Stewart-Haas in 2008 was, talk about a hell of a deal. And Eddie Jarvis, Tony's agent, cut this deal. So Stewart-Haas and Haas, I think it might have been Haas Newman Racing. Remember Paul Newman? Paul Newman was in it.
40 to 50 million.
Yeah. I'm saying 30 to 50 million
per charter.
Yeah, per
right.
charter.
So Stewart-Haas he was in prison for like some tax kind of stuff, and his team just sucks. It's horrible. I mean, it's horrible. And Tony wins the championship. He's over there with Gibbs, partying, making about $15 million a year. And Stewart-Haas gets a hold of Eddie Jarvis and says, "Listen, I want Tony to come. I want to fold Tony into my organization. He drive, but I'll give him a percentage and all this kind of." And like it started out like 25, 30%. And by the end of the negotiations with the Godfather, Tony got 51% of 3 cars, and the 41 car always stayed Haas's car. Like that was his car exclusively. That's why like Kurt Busch and some of these people that Tony didn't necessarily like or wouldn't have put in a car, they always end up driving the 41 car because Tony didn't have any say-so as to who drove the 41 car. But Tony had 51% and all the say-so who drove the 4, the 10, and the 14. And so, basically, can you imagine? I mean, Lummy, he paid nothing
really
for 51% of this. So if Tony is they're completely disbanding Stewart-Haas and all these like Trackhouse Media and Jumpman or the 2311, Denny Hamlin, Michael Jordan. There's plenty of people that I think Dale Jr. wants to buy one.
He's getting his 8 back.
Yeah, he got his 8 back from Teresa. So Tony gets 51% of 3 of the charters, and let's say just conservatively they go for $100 million. Well,
and 50
between all 3 of them. That's what $33 million a charter.
Yeah,
which is about the average. You said between 20 and 50 million. So say it's 33 million a charter. That's 100 million, and he gets 50. So Tony Stewart, Lummy, probably relatively here soon, and not have to worry about the headaches because his heart's not in it anymore. In 2008, all he had was a World Outlaw sprint car team. With Donnie Schatz, and then he had a USAC team with Levi Jones and a few guys. That's it. And Eldora. And then Tony he's increased his holdings and things like that. Fell in love with a woman named Leah Pritchard, who was an NHRA driver. She was in the middle of a divorce. Tony swooped in and got that. Oh, God, she's hot.
Yeah.
She is so hot. And I'll tell you right now, Lemmy, to meet her makes her hotter because she's cool.
She's down to earth.
Now, Tony's other girlfriend before Leah, Penelope, that stiff bitch.
Like she didn't like you?
Yeah, former Playboy playmate. That Tony, I'm like, no, she did not like me. She hated my guts. But Leah likes me.
Oh, that's cool.
Because she's cool.
Yeah.
She's cool. So Tony gets married. He starts he takes over an NHRA team. He really, really, really loves NHRA. He 2 years ago started the Top Alcohol deal, Lummy.
Yes.
And got married. And so in his stable he has a nitro funny car and a nitro dragster. His wife was driving the dragster and Matt Hagan was driving the funny car. Well, last year Tony and Leah want to have a baby. So Leah has taken herself out of the dragster. Tony is now driving the dragster and blasting Leah every time he can, trying to get her pregnant.
Nice.
Man, she is hot.
She is hot as and let me tell you something. The ass on her, my God, she goes to the gym every day. She's got a donkey. She is so hot, and she's cool. And you know what the best thing is, Tuttle?
What?
When she was a driver, she'd pack her own chutes and fuel her own cars. Like you get some of these chicks, like the Brittany Force chick and stuff, and they just get out of the car and go right to the driver's lounge. Not Leah Pruitt.
She's turning a wrench.
Not Leah Stewart. She's turning a wrench. She's gassing up the car. She's repacking her chutes. Like, I love her. Anyway, Lummy, Tony's like, listen, I'm not even really into this NASCAR stuff much anymore. I just, and NASCAR has killed itself. Back in the day, you could make changes and, fabricate some parts up, and there was a little bit of gray area in the rule book, and you didn't have to buy your chassis parts from NASCAR. Did you know now that these new car, whatever the new generation of what they're calling
the Gen 6?
Yeah, the Gen 6. Did you know in the Gen 6, you have to buy every piece of that car from NASCAR?
Jeez.
The floor pan, the entire. No, you can have your own frame. No, I think NASCAR might even sell the frame, but like you cannot fabricate. Let's say you had like a battery box behind the driver. Tuttle, and after you want to put it through the wind tunnel, you can see that this battery box was dragging X amount of percentage, and if you could like curve the box around on a super speedway, you could get 8% less drag on that battery box. Well, these guys would go and fabricate a battery box that was more efficient in the air. Now in NASCAR, they even have wind tunnel tests where if you own a wind tunnel. Like 10 years ago, Lummy, all these big teams like Stewart-Haas and Gibbs and Hendricks, they went out and paid like $50 and $80 million for these wind tunnels.
Yeah,
and
we watched them.
And then NASCAR's like, listen, you can only spend X amount of hours. You have to log all of your wind tunnel tests because there are some teams that don't have the money to buy wind tunnels, and you're going to have an advantage. So now even if you have a wind tunnel, NASCAR regulates as to how much you can use it because the guy down the road, and then you have to let the guy down the road who doesn't have a wind tunnel be able to use your wind tunnel for that many hours.
Oh, God.
You have to let him borrow it?
Yeah. You have to make your tunnel available for those that don't have a tunnel for as long as, like, if let's say you have 20 total hours on all your cars on the wind tunnel, you have to offer teams that don't have wind tunnels 20 hours of wind tunnel time. Every piece of equipment you buy for that NASCAR has to come from NASCAR.
That takes all the fun out of
That's why the racing sucks. That's why, back in the day, and they've choked the motors down to about 550 horsepower. Back when, back in the day when Tony drove and Jeff Gordon drove and, Senior drove, they had 900 horsepower cars. And so a guy could drive the car to his ability. Now they all just floor it, or they don't have 400 extra horsepower that a guy that has a better driving skill set because he's not afraid to be loose coming out of the corners. You can't even get your car loose in modern day NASCAR. Like they're just so stuck to the ground, and I don't even really watch it. And the best thing to happen to the sport is the fight that Stewart-Haas and Kyle Busch got into a few weeks ago.
That was a good one.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
That's how bad NASCAR is.
Bob Pockrass took a bump because he was right there like filming it and got knocked over a stack of tires and kind of face planted a little bit, but he ended up being okay.
So anyway, Tony, he's out. He's like, I'm out. I don't like the politics in NASCAR. I don't like how they've locked us down and we no longer can have creative engineers. That's what NASCAR was built upon.
Cheating crew chiefs.
Yeah, well, the Junior Johnsons and the Richard Pettys and the and the Smokey Eunuchs. Guys like that would I don't know, man. It just NASCAR sucks.
It's different when everybody's running the same parts.
Yeah, it is.
Stewart-Haas
Here we go.
Racing closing after the 2024 season. Shocking? No, not shocking, but still stunning a little bit to know that they will not be on the Cup grid starting in 2025. But, they've been around since 2009, nearly 70 Cup wins, 2 Cup titles. That's a pretty good run, but again...
I think did Tony win both of their titles, or did Harvick win one?
Harvick
It's
won
still
one.
going to be weird not to see a Stewart-Haas racing
He
car
won both Home Depot.
when the Daytona 500 kicks
He
off.
won 3 total.
Then he won one with Haas then.
He won 1 with Hall. Yeah, he ran 3 total.
Off the 2025 season. How they get here? Well, their Ford deal was ending after this season. It didn't sound like that support was going to be where it has been. They lost sponsorship from Smithfield and Anheuser-Busch before this year. So without replacing all that funding starting in 2025, they were certainly going to be tough to have all 4 cars running next season. So instead of maybe selling off part of the charters or a couple of charters, they're selling off all 4. Front Row, we expect to get one. Trackhouse, you expect to get one. 2311, expect to get one. The 4th one is a little bit more unclear.
I'm hearing Dale Jr.
Where do all those drivers go? Well, Chase Briscoe, he was under an option year for Stewart-Haas, so he's just starting to potentially talk to teams. Would think the 21 is a possibility, but there could be others. No,
Yeah, I heard Briscoe was replacing the Wood brothers, Harrison Burton. I heard that.
Gregson, sounds like he might have some support from Bass Pro Shops. He may have some options. Josh Berry and Ryan Preece, maybe a little bit more limited in their options. But
So listen, man.
This guy reports like Frankie McDonald.
Listen, great job, Tony. Get out, get your 50, 60 million bucks. Enjoy your hot wife. Win a NHRA championship and have a kid. Have a kid. Win a championship with a different type of racing sport. And put $51 million in your pocket.
How old is Tony now?
He's 45, I think. 43. Hey, Alexa, how old is Tony Stewart? I say 43.
Tony Stewart is 53 years old and was born on May 20th, 1971.
I meant me.
Just a bit off.
I meant 53. For a minute, I thought I was 48.
You look it, Bubba.
You okay there, Bubba Biden?
No, I'm not. Lummy, is this Macho Man? Is this the what you've already made? What we can have at our various when we take the cash cube out and things like that?
Yes.
And when they go, how do I? Can I go to this from that, or I got to actually scan that with something?
Scan it with your phone camera.
Okay. And then what's it do? It brings up all of the. Does it bring it up so that you can join it, or does it just bring it up and show it to you?
It brings up a page we're working on. It's a work in progress still.
All right. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But you need to buy that. So hopefully, Lemmy said you needed to buy it. So hopefully you bought it. Did you buy it?
I'm going to get with Merch Crick when she gets back from the DMV.
Perfect. All right, perfect.
She didn't make an appointment, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she had to go to the DMV to get the smart car legal because supposedly I've been running around with illegal plates on the smart car for 2 years.
Damn.
And they're like, there's a warrant for my arrest or something.
You guys driving around with the lights on.
Yeah,
it's been expired.
I got a thing in the mail yesterday. It said there's your license is suspended because
for real.
Yeah, because I didn't know the smart car. See, the smart car is listed in the Bubba Radio Network business because that who's but I didn't. Well, I didn't renew the tag because I forgot.
Yeah, it's been since Colton and I drove to Orlando when Colton worked here about 4 years ago.
These cops are lazy as hell. How do you not notice that?
Yeah, you know
that car over.
Listen, when you pull my license plate up, it says seize plate. They're supposed to seize the plate.
It's not like the car blends in.
Yeah, they're supposed to seize the plate. So the Merch Crick is down with a power of attorney down there at the DMV trying to get so I don't get arrested.
Oh, that's good.
And so that my driver's license gets reinstated. My driver's license is suspended right now.
Oh no!
Do you have to turn yourself in though? Like once a warrant? No,
I don't know. I just think she goes down to the DMZ and they lift the we pay the money and they lift the suspension.
I don't know if you
don't call me in, Tuttle. You redneck. Just to get the cops come down here.
Big
on me.
reward.
Is this what takes you down?
This is what finally takes me down. Bubba's expired plate on the smart car finally put Bubba in prison. Calta couldn't do it. Spice Boy couldn't do it. Nobody can do it.
Could you imagine
Bubba
that
did
perp
it to
walk?
himself. Like I always do everything.
That perp walk would be the best.
Let me do some words. We'll get Alex Stein next, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Thanks.
Holy shit, a lot of people have worked here. Glad we built BubbaArmyHQ.com for all the PTSD memories.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
I'll probably have to take him to only like 35.
Okay.
Tell me you got a hard out at 35.
Okay.
Seth, we'll promote what you're dropping today on podcast.
All right.
Right. Does it mean yes?
Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm put out Loner and Stoner.
How did Clem Kush do yesterday?
It's doing pretty good right now. Up 2,500.
Are me and Colt getting any type of numbers?
Yeah, like 6 or 7.
That's
people.
not good.
You got 8 people looking. We try to get you to 100 by the end of your.
I mean, we're up 5,000 downloads over April. We still have many days to go.
We still got a few days to go. Which
Yeah.
is perfect.
What up, Mr. Kostika? Hey, Bubba. This isn't about Stein, but I guess Colton prepped Tuttle today.
Yeah.
Did you know about that?
Yes, right here.
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, all right. Sorry, I wasn't sure if you wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get it in.
I didn't know you had that.
Thank you, my man.
Pretty strong of Colton to put that together.
Very. Have you reached out to the girls of the BRN and tell them that we've put you? I know you haven't yet, so you need to, if you could, please.
Nobody said anything.
I know, just send a mass text to them.
Okay.
I know you guys got a group.
I just figured.
See, I just spoke to Bubba, and we're putting a hold on this for a few weeks. If you could do that for me, so that they all know. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
I mean, what do we got with Alex?
I was just going over. Well, he's at the RFK thing.
Right.
You were gonna kind of break it down for him, and pretty much what he's got going on just with his show.
What?
He was at the Libertarian. I think Trump was there too. The RFK stuff.
Is he gonna bring up that other thing with me? You think?
I don't. I don't think so. I think.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. But what about Libertarian show?
He was there, and then Trump was there.
Oh.
RFK was there. That's when he ran in RFK.
All right, okay. You tell him like 35?
Yes.
Okay.
Nomination to make sure. Here's the story from.
Hey, Alex, we're 10 seconds.
Bubba the Love Sponge. The only man that thinks ketchup is a food group. It's pretty tasty. Back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Lummy, it's our every Wednesday guest, the great Alex Stein, Pimp on a Blimp, host of Blaze TV, natural irritator of the stars.
Viral sensation.
Viral sensation. YouTube professional influencer, all get paid tons of bucks to come up and rub shoulders with the elite. He was with Donald Trump, I think, for this particular situation. And
he took his pants down too during the libertarian.
He did
speech. Yeah,
Alex, you there?
I had my pants fully down.
For what? Listen. Here's. Can I tell you? We're friends. Like, we're friends off the air. We're friends on the air. Like, if I would lose my job, I think that you'd probably still be my friend.
Yes,
if you lost your job, you'd probably trying to be staying in my extra bedroom. And you try to get.
Well, I don't know what I'd do with the cats. I don't know how the cats would handle the.
If you were really, I think you got enough money saved and enough infrastructure that if you lost your job, you'd still be Dallas-based. And you look fat as hell in that picture.
It's a nice bulge.
I'm fat. It's funny because I woke up this morning. I'm in such a bad mood.
You and I are such great friends that I can tell you that and you not be mad at me.
No, I'm not mad because I'm telling myself that every day. I'm about to. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do Ozempic, but at this point,
what are you 240?
Oh, I'm like 250, 260.
Wow.
Because I lost that weight. I looked good for my fight.
What were you at 210, 215 for your fight?
215.
You look good as hell. Look great.
I know. I got to get back there. Then when Hank died, though, I've been just a mess ever since he died. But there's no excuse. I can't get fat because my friend
and
died.
pay-per-view is going to end up leaving you. She doesn't want a fat ass on top of her sweating. Like, please. Just big warthog up on top of her, and she's this dainty little.
Mind it too
she's
much.
this dainty little flower that wants to be, have a guy, a chiseled Greek of a man. Look at you, God. When you did that, you're like you double chinned yourself doing that too. You're just looking like crap.
I know, and I feel like crap too because I'm so heavy. And I bought the Peloton. I've been doing the Peloton, but I just
that's such a shakedown Peloton. Are you kidding me?
You got the hook and shoes?
Are you buying the?
I'm on it. I've been using it, but I'm saying I was just in DC for 4 days. All I did was eat and just hang out. And
the Peloton CEO is anti-vax. I just want to let you know that.
Well, I bought it used on Facebook Marketplace for $300.
But
so,
don't buy like the program where you get like a virtual trainer.
I did. I'm paying $25 a month for it.
And you get like this virtual trainer that pushes you.
They're pretty hot though.
Everybody's making fun of it, but because they're professional trainers, you do the breathing exercises. You do get the full.
Yeah.
It almost does feel like a personal trainer. I'm not trying to.
And how many times have you blown that off? And how many times have you actually
done it? I've done it a lot, but when you're doing a 25. I'm saying when you do a 20-minute, 30-minute bike ride, you're not going to lose weight. It's all diet.
Right.
And this is the thing.
And so let me ask you a question. What does your average day consist of? First of all, being on the road is probably the worst with regards because diet's all about consistency and kind of getting in a meal prepping kind of deal so that it's more conducive to do at home than being on the road. So being on the road just in general is tough to eat right, exercise right, because you're living out of a suitcase at the Hampton Inn trying to get free continental breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm eating the free continental breakfast, and it's always crap. It's just like cinnamon rolls, that eggs out of a bag.
Back in the day, man, sometimes a Hampton Inn would have like a biscuits and gravy kind of deal sometimes, every once in a while.
They still got that. They got the gravy, but it's like almost like water.
Yeah,
but I still
eat
it.
Yeah.
But this is my problem is I've been eating Chipotle. And, really, I hate to call out prepaid wireless, but it's 100% her fault that I've gotten fat. because she loves to eat. Her favorite thing to do is food. You know what I'm saying? It's really my fault that I'm eating so much, but I can't ever not eat, right? Because let's say I'm doing good on my diet.
She can't do an Uber Chipotle and not expect you to dive into those chips.
I mean, it's not her fault that she wants to eat dinner, but I'm saying I can't diet because she wants to eat something good, and then so I can't watch her eat the Chipotle burrito without me getting the chips and queso.
Right.
And she loves McDonald's, and I
love
don't
McDonald's
even eat the meat.
too. The guy, did you see the guy, the Spurlock guy who did the McDonald's? He ate McDonald's for 6 months and he died.
He's a good guy. I liked his work, Morgan Spurlock. But yeah, I'm doing Super Size Me right now. I need to get back on.
Yeah, we need to do something because I mean, at the end of the day, man, when you're thin, you look great. You're a little
when
more.
I'm thin, I'm unstoppable too. I'm funnier. I'm sharper. I'm everything.
Like you blew the Bobby Kennedy deal. You blew it. You blew it. I mean, I'm just kidding. You blew it. You blew it, kid.
What was I supposed to say, Bubba?
Not be so Bobby. Like you needed to be more his friend, and you needed to be.
He's an abortionist. He's a weirdo. I mean,
but let him control this. Don't go Bobby. Now
should
listen,
have
because
brought
you had the great high spot at the end. Like that was the best high spot ever, but you kind of creeped him out and you were over the top with the bobbies before you hit the high spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a personal opinion from a guy in the business. Okay, that's it.
I know, but when you're confronting these politicians and he deserves Secret Service. I'm actually on his side about that.
He really does. Yeah. Like honest to God, he does. They're screwing him on that.
But I got guys kind of bumping me and pushing me. So, I'm thinking about two different things at once. I'm thinking about what I need to say to him, and then how can I handle the situation without getting arrested or getting killed.
Well, I don't think you were even on the verge of getting arrested. You were not.
No, because I wasn't breaking the law. But you're dealing with hotel security, and I had not done I was speaking at the event after that. So I just didn't want to get kicked out.
So you were probably trying to sacrifice your speaking engagement but still get some decent content.
Yeah.
Now, why did you make that hard right and get on the be on the elevator first?
I should have just got on the elevator with him and rode up there. What are they going to do? But I mean, really.
And here's the deal: what are they going to do? Potentially kick you off, but that's great footage too. Of them kicking you off. You're like, come on, man. me and Bobby hanging out, asking, cutting it up a little bit. What's going on, Sirhan?
Well, that's the guy who killed his dad.
Well, aren't you familiar with the fact that they think that there was a second gunman because there's more people got shot than bullets or something like that? I think
I haven't looked too much into Sirhan, but there's something weird. I mean, I know there's some conspiracy behind that. You know how they shot him just out in the open like that.
Man, if you think about us as a country, we're real shooty back then. We shot and
Ronald
killed
Reagan.
Well, no, but if you go back to John F. Kennedy. So we shot and killed him.
MLK.
And then goes MLK.
Yep.
And then poor Bobby has to be on the back of a pickup truck in Indianapolis at a campaign rally and has to make the announcement to all the Indianapolis people that that Martin Luther King just got shot. Bobby Kennedy was the only one that was really one of the only white politicians that went down to the Martin Luther King funeral in Atlanta, marched right behind his casket, really did the right thing, was really, trying to help the African American community. And then somebody shoots Bobby. I mean, we shoot Bobby, we shoot Martin Luther King, and we shoot JFK.
And Bubba's conspiracy is that there was 13 shots fired out of an 8-shot gun.
Right. There were more shots fired than the capacity of Sirhan. And by the way, he only had a 22. And so, Lummy, they say that based on where he was at, there's no way that he could have shot.
His left or right, and they said his fatal shot was from the back.
Right. So there's a big listen. The mob killed. I don't know if the mob killed Martin Luther King, but the mob killed the Kennedys. The mob did.
It was all CIA and FBI, but it's funny that you say that because when you talk about the mob, when you talk about Lee Harvey Oswald, the supposed lone gunman that killed JFK, Jack Ruby went and shot him when they were doing the perp walk.
Nice nightclub owner, just kind of grifter, kind of like your dad, used car salesman.
My dad knew Jack Ruby, but
did
what
he
I'm
really?
saying, yeah, my dad grew up in Dallas, so Jack Ruby had a bunch of clubs and stuff. But this is the thing. When it came to Jack Ruby, he wasn't even didn't even go to the JFK parade. Never even voted for him. They try to tell the story that he was going and defending JFK's honor. He wasn't even a JFK fan.
All right, so what's kind of the conspiracy aspect of the Jack Ruby, like, what do people say? Why did he even have a dog in the fight? Like, why would Jack? Did some government agency come up to him and say, Jack, because Jack probably dealt in some shady ass stuff and said, Jack, you need to go do this for us, or we're going to get you up on those 4 nightclub liquor EPO violations or something. I don't know.
Well, they say we're going to go after your family. We're going to go after your kids. That's how the mafia
because
does
he didn't
stuff,
because Jack Ruby didn't have any ties to Kennedy or the Democratic Party.
None whatsoever. So it's just weird that he would take it into his own hands to go defend JFK's honor. Then you further the conspiracy doesn't start with the Jack Ruby deal. The conspiracy starts with, do you think that Lee Harvey Oswald was a lone gunman? I personally, there's no way.
I personally don't think. No way. He had a
single bolt.
He had a $68. He had a $68 catalog ordered rifle, like literally ordering it from the Sears catalog, and they have had military experts, make that shot.
Marines?
They've had military snipers make that shot, but they've had, everybody that's made those shots were very well trained and decorated. I don't know that Lee Harvey Oswald was, that good of a shot, and he was a defector out of our military anyway, wasn't he?
That's what I'm saying. He actually went to go live in Russia, and then they let him come back to America. So that's real. That's weird already. Most people, when they defected, especially back then, they were considered communists, and they weren't allowed to come back, or they were.
Yeah, when Trump gets in, man, he's going to send all those guys back. I mean, please.
I hope Trump gets in, but I don't know. I think they're going to try to pull some gimmick.
What you think it's a convention gimmick, or do you think it's we were talking about this earlier. When do you think the Democrats pull the gimmick, and what is the gimmick?
Well, they can ballot harvest, so they just go to these retirement homes, and they only have to win in a certain, it's only a few counties and a few states.
No, but that's assuming that Sleepy Joe is the candidate. You think Sleepy Joe makes it as the candidate?
He's basically a walking corpse now.
Like I said earlier today, take all politics, take your beliefs, take immigration, take abortion, take inflation, take all the problems we're facing in our country, and take the fact that you're a registered Republican or a registered Democrat. Just take all of that and throw it right out the window. If you just look at the two men that are presenting themselves to run our country, which one do you think might be more cognitively sharp and capable of making big-time decisions? Now, I know that Donald Trump's going to probably piss you off and he's going to fire a few people on Twitter, and he's a little bit of a bull in a china shop, and he's abrasive, and he's a dick, and he comes across this, and that. But I just think fundamentally he's just more aware. He has more spatial awareness. I think he is absolutely fried, cooked, like pickled, done.
Yeah, I mean, he's on drugs too. You saw Donald Trump says he wants him to be drug tested before the thing because he's so hopped up.
Now, do you think that this could be a runaway, and that like the Democrats have ran off a lot of their base, the African Americans? Trump's showing in the Bronx really, really, really opened some eyes. I mean, New York could very well, if it was correctly counted, New York potentially could go red. That's how much.
What if they try to throw him in jail though? Then what are we going to do?
They're going to do that. They're going to throw him in. They're going to try to.
I saw Secret Service is having meetings with the jail to see how how that would work. Because how are you going to put a president in jail when he has Secret Service? So it doesn't even make sense.
I mean, I don't know that. I don't know if they get.
Secret Service has to go too.
No, they would. Yeah. They would have to.
Man, can you imagine?
You're never getting shanked.
Donald Trump's making prison burritos, with the commissary food and just,
Remember in Goodfellas when they sent the boys the heads,
the lobsters
to the prison?
Yeah, they had the lobsters and cutting the garlic with the razor blade.
They had like their own little like apartment that was kind of part of the jail, but it was not. And you'd have deliveries of meat and steaks and potatoes, and they were all
wine. They were all brandy.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how I picture Donald Trump. But I don't know, man. Here's the thing. whatever does happen on election day, you know that it's going to be a big whodunit the next day. Whoever wins and whoever loses, the loser's just going to be full hot. We got it stole from us. We got it ripped off. We have 137,000 ballot dump in Philadelphia, and all of them went to Biden. Like that last, like it's just, I don't know. With all these conventions and stuff that you go to that are all conservative, what are they saying?
It's Trump fever. It's Trump fever. Everybody's on Team Trump right now. A lot of people actually, though, were split by the DeSantis stuff. People are still mad at Trump.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I think DeSantis.
Trump's not perfect.
I think DeSantis is a non-factor at this point. I really do. Who does Trump pick as a vice? I think he needs Tulsi Gabbard.
I don't think he should pick her. I don't know who he's going to pick. Some say Burgum, some say I don't know, Marco Rubio. I have no idea who's going to pick.
Don't get Dumbo in there.
They were saying that. That's the scuttlebutt. Is that little Marco Rubio from Florida?
Say it, Dumbo.
Boy.
Oh, Dumbo.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Would be screwed.
But he wants loyalty above more than anything, right?
He needs to get Tim Scott.
Yeah.
From South Carolina, if you're gonna go, if you're gonna go state senator,
a token guy, he's not.
Come on, he went and got engaged just for this.
But that's why you get Tulsi Gabbard. She checks all the boxes. Former Democrat, former military. She comes across strong. She comes across that maybe she would actually oppose Donald and have like some differing opinions. And then here's the deal. Whoever Donald picks to be the vice is the next president. And our country is ready for a woman president. We need a woman. I'm telling you.
No. That's why Hillary didn't win. Nobody.
Hold on.
I don't want a woman pilot.
Listen to me.
You want a woman pilot? You think women actually have the mental dexterity to run this country?
I've seen some women race car drivers that are pretty good too. I'm just telling you.
Danica Patrick, you need to watch a documentary.
No,
She's the worst NASCAR driver ever.
Not bringing her up. I'm talking about the other ones. Kylie.
But Danica Patrick, they paid all that money. She was on the number one team.
She was on Tony Stewart's team. It was horrible. The only reason, and I know Tony Stewart, and the only reason she had a job is because people GoDaddy paid the bills. Like they're like, tell us, we'll send $25 million. Like she didn't have a job on her ability. She got her job on her marketing ability.
Yeah, and I watched a 20-minute documentary. She was like, there's some stat where she's the only person to be part of a top 5 race team to never finish in the top 10 or something. It was something crazy like that, or maybe the highest place finish yet.
But here's the deal. Okay, we are, as a country, we've had our first black president, right? That's an obstacle that we needed to overcome as a country. So we needed to check that box, and we need to check the woman president box one of these days. And Tulsi Gabbard, if she's the vice with Donald, she then becomes the because Donald's only going to be able to be a one-termer. So, right? He's only going to be able to.
If a woman wants to run a school or be a teacher or a principal, I think that's a great thing. But what kind of woman, when once a month, she's going to be having PMS? I don't want her
Tulsi
to be PMSing.
Probably has already been through menopause, and she's got the hormone blockers.
That's even worse. That means
the hormone
energy.
blockers.
That means their body's not producing
whatever.
eggs,
I thought for sure
not...
you'd be pro woman on this.
I love women. I just don't know if a woman president's going to be that great. I don't think that's.
I think she'd kick ass.
And who wants to be the first man?
And here's the thing. You know what? Here's the thing. I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but Hillary Clinton was a smart bitch. And Hillary Clinton was very well. I'm just telling you.
She also drinks the blood of children, but she is smart.
May not have been the worst choice for president. She just had a bitchy delivery. If somebody just would have worked on her delivery and softened up her delivery, she would have been the president of the United States. But when she was talking, it sounded like she was bitching at you.
No, I don't think it was any of the illegal activity that had anything to do with it.
Emails. Think about how many emails she's got talking about God knows what.
Listen.
A lot of them were leaked.
Tulsi Gabbard ain't got no, child raping emails. She didn't have anything to do with Benghazi. Tulsi Gabbard is the natural choice that gets Donald Trump into the White House and makes her the first woman president of our country, and we need that.
What about Kristi Noem that killed that dog and lied about meeting?
I don't like that. I think that bitch. I think that's horrible. If you got a dog that's uncontrollable, and then you take it to the vet and you have it humanely euthanized.
Well, Bubba, she said she did it the right way because they're in the forest, the farm.
She
farm
blasted him in the face in a gravel pit.
I'm not for that at all.
That's pretty painless, though.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is very Old Yeller-like, and we didn't have a problem with Old Yeller, did we? Nobody
Old Yeller was old, right?
Yeah, but he also had rabies, and he was biting. He had rabies, and he was going to bite people, so they took him out back and shot him. Nobody protested Bambi. Poor little Bambi. Mom got shot.
That's right.
Every Disney film, that's a conspiracy too. Every Disney film starts with the main character losing a parent in some sort of way, and so that's kind of like trauma bonding with the audience.
Yeah,
there's a lot of conspiracy,
and
there's a lot of sexual connotation.
That bitch shooting
undertones.
that dog in the gravel pit. You know what? She should have done it and not told nobody or had no video of it.
She wrote a book.
She could have done it, and that's still bad. But why would you go tell anybody?
Because she's dumb. Because she's stupid. Not like my great Tulsi Gabbard.
She wanted to be truthful in her book.
Tulsi Gabbard shot men and shot the opponent. She was in the military, ready to shoot the bad guy. She's not going to shoot. She's not going to shoot your dog. No, she didn't. Of course, she's never been in a wartime situation. But she's, she was in the right. She was in the right group to have to shoot somebody.
Well, Seth, let's ask Seth. Seth, what do you think about Netanyahu accidentally bombing all of those children in Rafah?
Not good. Not good.
That's not very good.
Yeah,
that takes a step backward on some progress that we've made.
And I'll be honest, every time
fellow Jews,
every time I hear about innocents dying, I always try to go Hamas is surrounding themselves with people or something like that. But that's not it. Like, they're missing, and then they're going and admitting they're missing. So I'm wondering what other targets have they missed on that they're not publicly admitting to?
Right.
And if America did this, I would be calling out America. I mean, America bombed weddings and stuff in the Middle East with drone strikes. I mean, we got to be anti-war. I mean, I think Hamas is terrorists. They're disgusting. I'm not pro-Hamas, but at some point we have to be humane or humanity.
Got to dial this in here. Yeah, we got to
be a little more dialed in.
Tulsi would have that thing dialed right on in.
Sure would.
I think Donald Trump would help that. That's why I think he would be very important. I think he would help the conflict in Israel and Palestine.
And if he has Tulsi, she's got military experience. Boom, drop the mic, bitch. Tulsi,
but then you could say she's owned by the military-industrial complex too.
Hold on. Every president can say that since Dwight Eisenhower. He's the one that said, "Watch out for the military and industry complex," and every one of them. I mean, I guess you know what? That's probably why they killed JFK because he didn't want to. JFK didn't want to go to Vietnam. JFK didn't want that. So they're like, listen, we got. So the vice president at the time, Lyndon Johnson, whose home state is Texas, and at that time
set it all up. You saw the picture of him in the airplane. Yes. He's smiling. He's getting sworn in, and he's smiling, and his aides behind him smiling too.
One of his largest contributors was Texas Instruments, and they built all kinds of war stuff. And they're like, listen, Lyndon B., we're going to off John so that you can be the prez, so that we can get these multi-zillion-dollar Texas Instrument contracts, because we need about a 10-year war over there in Vietnam, buddy. That's how it happens.
Bubba, you probably never bought one, but they used to make us buy these TI-83 calculators that were about $90.
Yeah.
Bull crap. I mean, it's all TI, Texas Instruments.
Think of all the Intel machines that all the things that they built for the military. I mean, that's how it went down. I'm just telling you. So anyway, listen, I got to go because we're running late. Anything in closing? Are you doing good? Did they pick up your contract?
I don't know. We don't find out for a few months. But Tim Pool renewed ads on my show. So guys, go to cashbrew.com, get some primetime double grind coffee. No, things are going okay. I'm on the grind. I got a comedy show Friday in Fort Worth. I'm filming some stuff with Charleston White. I'm on the grind all the time. I got to lose the weight though. I'm thinking about taking a month off. I'm going to do the show. Obviously, I'm going to do my show, but I'm thinking about doing like a month off and just getting.
And just train.
Because when I had the boxing match, I was focused, right? I had something to drive towards, a goal to try to reach. Right now, I don't have a goal, so I need to like recalibrate. Just say like for the next month, because if I just knocked off 20 pounds, I would look like Calvin Klein model. But I got to get there.
Plus, it makes your ween look better too.
My ween looks a lot better. I mean, my ween looks fine as it is. I don't have any ween beauty issues, but. I don't look good. I'm about to go to Tampa for Lummy's birthday, and I'm going to be, Clearwater Beach.
I need to know these dates, Lummy.
Well, you got invited July 13th.
July 11th.
Because you know he's going to want to stay with me. Are you going to stay?
Yeah,
Are you staying
I
with me?
get in on the 11th and I leave the 14th. I get in on that Thursday
July?
and I leave the 14th.
It's going to be a packed house, Stein and Gary.
July?
Yeah, Tuttle's coming
July.
too. Tuttle, Colton.
Yeah, Tuttle, Stein, Colton, Gary. All those guys need a place to stay, Bubba.
July 13th.
July 11th. I get in that Thursday, and I'm gonna have to do my show from your studio that night as well. I didn't even tell you about it. I'm gonna have to do it live.
Well, I mean, that's the Morgan Wallen concert. Are you going to go to that?
Yeah, we'll go to that. I'll go to that.
I mean, you go to all those country concerts at Ray J stadiums. Are you?
Well, the birthday thing is the 13th of July.
And is that at your house?
No, it's in Ybor.
at a place?
Yeah, at Bad Monkey.
And like, I mean,
at a place?
Do you have,
no, we're just on the streets walking around.
Do you have like chairs and or is it just like that? We're all just gonna stand up and gather around the bar. I mean, is it actually is it organized? I mean, is there gonna be?
Ashley's in
is there a
keg?
Is there a dress code? Is there a dress code there?
Actually,
no sagging
yes.
pants, no Air Force Ones, or what kind of dress
Just come
code
as
is
you are.
it?
There's I think there's like 60 or 70 people now. So.
No, there is. I believe there is a dress code. You have to dress as Lummy.
Well, they do that at Ybor though. We did I think I was there not too long ago for a Turning Point event, and some of those clubs to try to keep out African Americans, they put those dress codes like no bald caps or whatever. Have you seen that? Those racist
Yeah, I've owned
dress codes?
nightclubs for years.
Bubba's Beach Club had that.
I played those games.
Did you have that? You played the game? No, did you have to know? Of course, Bubba played the game, and now you're selling Trump Force Ones.
Have you
with
seen
the
them?
Bubba.
Have you seen them? How badass
They're
they
great.
are?
They're awesome.
If
Anybody making fun of that kid
what size are you? Tennis shoes?
13.
If I put a size 13 aside, would you?
Yeah.
Or
I'd wear them
because I got like 20 extra pair, but I could sell them for like in a minute and make some money. And I'm not going to give them to you if you're either one going to clown them.
I'm going to wear
or
the
two,
13s.
or you're not going to.
His shoes are very prominent on the show, Bubba. I mean, you can see his whole body.
Thank you, Seth.
Would you wear them on?
I'd wear them on air.
Bubba, he
100%.
could do an unboxing. He could do an unboxing on his show.
Do an unboxing.
Yeah, I'll do an unboxing on the show.
I'll get you. I'll get you.
And we're going to have you retweet it also.
Let me get.
I'll retweet it.
Retweet it.
I'll
Yeah,
clip
exactly.
it and retweet it all.
Let me get.
I'll get his
Merch
address
Crit
and
probably has his address. Have her pull a size 13 aside.
Okay.
And we'll get
God
him to do
bless
it.
America.
Do you need some Alpha, my new cologne?
Yes, I do need some of the cologne as well. Honestly, yeah, I do because I stink. I smell bad.
It smells really
you know
good.
that.
No, it's
you know
so
I don't
listen,
like deodorant.
500 bottles in less than a day and a half, like boom, like gone, scorched earth.
And it's called Alpha. Wait, what is it called?
Bubba Army Alpha, Volume 24. And it's going to be a yearly fragrance. I have a next year will be.
Wait, what? Volume 24.
Listen, I'm just a little bit more advanced than that used car dealership. Okay,
A little bit. Volume 24.
Yes, it's Bubba Army Alpha, Volume 24. Next year is going to be Bubba Army Bravo, Volume 25.
You just
Okay,
use
so we
some
got
Greek.
Alpha, Bravo. What comes next?
We don't know. We hope we're still in business for the third year.
Kilo.
Well, I want volume 99. We got to make a volume 99.
The volume it goes along with the year, so I don't think I'm going to make it to 2099.
Oh, that's what volume 24.
Yeah, you like it, don't you? It draws you in even more. I gotta go. Love you, buddy.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
They can't get in the place. There's a special spot. We're putting Tuttle as he already volunteered as a door guy.
Okay.
Him and Colin.
I mean, if Stein's there, we gotta have some security. I mean, it's.
You live in a bulky home. You live in an innovative home.
It's a real celebrity flying from Texas.
Oh, you know it.
That'd be pretty cool if he does his show out of here.
It's true. Over at the podcast table.
Oh yeah, no, he really could.
That's how he kind of that's how his set's kind of set up.
Yeah, maybe he'd even have Bubba on his show that night.
Man, that table looks good. I just noticed the damn thing. Holy crap.
Oh, he moved it. You didn't see it before?
No, I didn't. But man, that is so badass.
Who built this?
Chinese men.
Well, I mean, it's.
Hey, we'll talk about where our stuff's from.
I thought we were. It's from
that one we were honest with. We got it from China.
Those colors, the red, you could change the red to any color.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do the carbon monoxide gimmick with the deal. Then we're gonna do Colton typed up Tuttle's list of do's and don'ts, and then that'll probably take us to the end.
So do you want to break right after this, after the Grayson Murray?
Yeah, we'll go right after Grayson Murray. I'll literally just get into that, and then.
Such a sad story.
I really like this Orlando Fox News that Macho's been putting on for us.
Well, you got rid of 13.
Oh no, this is the best. Amy Caulfield is maybe like she is such a hot news kook.
Is she on in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which one is she?
You'll see her. Amy Caulfield. Like I've been on there. She's had me on. Like
I did, Bubba.
Okay, thank you.
No, you'll see her.
This guy, he does weird. Since we watched this for a week now.
Yeah, he's the man on the street. He goes out to all these different.
Oh, this guy let a giraffe eat lettuce out of his mouth yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I saw he was at some new apartment complex in Orlando.
Yeah.
I was in it.
It's a little depressing.
Is he the
This guy's a fucking
Charlie
jobber.
Belcher?
He's like their Charlie
Yeah.
Belcher, but they had a different guy named John Graham, and his more.
How about Claire?
Oh, Claire's retired, man.
She had to. She was 110.
Yeah, but like she's
Keeping it tight with Claire. Say it.
Yeah, keeping it tight. Look.
And I think Martha Sigorsky.
Yeah.
She's really let it fucking.
Yeah, she's
Is she done?
She's on with Greg Wormuth on ABC, but yeah, it's starting to go away a little bit. Yeah, Amy's not on the set today.
I was gonna say because when you said the kook, I was looking up.
Tony, we need to find some big events that are happening in Orlando.
Okay, I've already started keeping up with the calendar of potential things. When I get home, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Of events and stuff.
Then I'll get with JVC to see if we can have some support, like a van support or something like that. And because we need to do something in Orlando, even if it was just me and Lummy and Red that came over.
I'll do whatever you want me.
Yeah, with you and Colton.
Oh, I've seen her. She's been on, but she must take a whole week off.
So like, Lemmy, when we're at the tables, you guys gotta have to be checking everybody's phone to make sure that they're. By the time they get to me, I'll be working the spinning gimmick.
Of course.
By the time they get to me, they have gone through you and make sure that they've shown you that they've gone to the app and that they're signed up on one of our things, preferably YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook, and X are probably top 3.
Well, that's how we'll list them too. We'll put YouTube number
1. Lummy, we got to do a dry run with that.
Yes.
We're not gonna have the cream machine.
He's the biggest Longhorn Steakhouse groupie. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I gotta be real quick here, so I'm not. I just ran into overages today, so sorry. It's confirmed that Grayson Murray, the PGA golfer, he won 2 times in the PGA tournament. Young guy, 30. And has been battling depression and maybe some alcoholism. Yes. This sounds very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And he killed himself. They're saying Saturday night or Sunday morning, and he did the old carbon monoxide deal. Is that where you just roll all your windows down in your car, put the garage door down?
Yeah, or run the hose.
That's what Fabrizi used to say, man. If you run the hose, it's far quicker. And roll the windows up so just a hose goes into the car.
Yeah, it's got to fill up the whole garage first.
Yeah,
then, right?
Yeah, but if you run the tube, first of all, if you duct tape, I don't know that I should be talking about this on the air. How to kill yourself? Hi, it's Bubba the Love Sponge, and you know what? That's very irresponsible. I mean, what's the suicide hotline? I forget what it is, but we probably should give it out for those that are struggling with suicide right now. Hey, Alexa, what is the suicide hotline?
The National Suicide Prevention Lifeline can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by calling 1-800-273-8255. Again, that's 1-800-273-8255.
There's also a short one out, Bubba. 988. That's it.
Oh, you just dial 988.
Yep, like 988.
988.
Yep.
Not 988 pound.
Nope, it's just
I'm gonna
988.
get caught up on a technicality where I could have been saved. I just forgot to hit the pound button.
I just dial 988.
Just dial 988. Is that universal?
Yes.
Around the world, or at least around America?
Around America.
Dial 988.
Do I have to press 1 for English?
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
For my cat since I was gone last night. It records my voice, let me.
Yeah.
And calls the cat, yeah.
So you're talking to the cat now?
No, but like you record it in there and it feeds it like you set the times.
Yeah, it dumps out some food.
Yeah.
And then you keep water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. And I tell the cat I love it, and then he gets
Thanks,
fed.
JG5. I didn't know that Grayson was. I didn't know he was at home. I didn't know like the golf tournament was like in his city.
He withdrew.
Oh, he withdrew, and then he went home. Okay.
Yeah, he withdrew.
That's right.
And then went home. And he hadn't won in a while, and then he just won in Hawaii the beginning of the year.
He broke his streak. Because I think the first time before that was 2014 or 17.
Yeah.
One of those.
I guess he just wasn't feeling it.
Well, I guess. I mean, that's the only. I mean, you're just not feeling it.
I wonder, like, do you just fall asleep though?
I heard that you get sick. You start throwing up and getting. That's what I had heard.
No.
Okay. I'm
well, no. I don't know. That seems like I don't know. It seems like a painful way to go out.
I mean, if you just went to sleep, I mean,
easier to clean up at least.
Because isn't it kind of when people like when they during hurricane season if they lose power and they have a generator on the inside?
yes, they put it. Yeah, they bring it in there.
Yeah, but that's not them. That's them fucking up. They're not trying to do it.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I feel like they normally just don't wake up, and those. I don't know. It's not good either way. Yeah, Total was good today.
Thank you.
So we'll promote the podcast. Seth, Clem Cush yesterday, today Stoner Loner and Loner Stoner, and then we'll talk real fast about the one sheet that Colton made. Now, did you make this or did you guys make this?
Colton made it for me.
Colton made it for you.
You know, kind of like do's and don'ts.
Like Colton goes, no Hamas, no Jewish, no Hamas.
Oh, I know. It's brilliant, actually.
So Tuttle,
Yes.
we'll have you back on the 19th.
Okay, I'm putting it in my calendar now.
And then, because you're not available on the 3rd, and then we may do, so.
What do you, yeah, the 3rd, I wouldn't be able to, so thank you.
I need you, if you got the ability, and I'll pay you a little bit, do you have the ability to hit the Latin Sens or the Tarpons game?
Yeah, no, I'll definitely, I've already made plans for the Tarpons.
Okay.
So I'm staying with Colton.
And then let me.
I messaged you his list, Tuttle's list.
Okay.
If you want to display it. And Seth Kushner will be throwing out the first pitch.
Oh, Lummy! You make shit happen!
Bitch, how about me approving it? Motherfucker.
Oh, you approved it! Thank you! Thank you for approving.
Seth, are you gonna throw from the front of the mound or the rubber?
I'm gonna throw from the warning track.
And a straight BB.
Yeah.
I would be so
like Bo Jackson.
Listen, man, how freaked out would you be if this fucking snowflake goes back to the warning track and he throws a straight fucking
flat-footed too.
Flat-footed fucking Bo Jackson straight one-hop BB to the catcher, put straight right in the fucking tag zone.
No crow hop either.
Then I walk out the back like Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
Fucking gone.
Fucking A.
Walk off.
Never to be seen again.
Like when Bo Jackson ran the 40 for the combine, they left the doors open and he just kept running.
We're gonna track meet that way.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Looking at the tracking the tropics. Is that the world we're getting ready to get
Bubba
into?
Army HQ. Otherwise,
Yeah, this
Bubba
is
will have
bad.
to take action. And there's a lot of power behind those short arms. Welcome back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Is that the world we're getting ready to get into? Is tracking the tropics?
Yeah, they've already said there's 3 tropical waves, or not waves, but just
You seen
disturbances.
how hot the water is already down there?
Oh, it's the same as always.
Yeah. Well, no. I don't. I think the water, the bay temperature on both sides, the Atlantic and then the Gulf of Mexico, I think it is a little bit hotter because we haven't got hardly any rain. This has been one of the driest springs we've ever had, and the rain actually kind of cools things down a little bit, including the ocean. Because the rain isn't, I think, isn't the ocean like 85 or something?
80. Well, down by the Keys right now, they've had temperatures as high as 93.
Now, isn't that bad for the fish? Isn't that kind of...
They're usually
the
deep
coral.
enough.
No, but
Yeah,
the coral
is
reef
bad.
is getting bleached big time.
Yeah.
You know, we got like the 3rd biggest coral reef in the world.
Where?
Down in South Florida.
The Keys.
I mean, what if you go down there and break some off?
I mean,
it's all protected.
It's a federal offense, but
yeah, I mean, it's like cutting a mangrove, so they'll come lock you up.
That's right.
Tuttle came up with a one sheet for the show today.
Colton did it.
Colton. Yeah, Colton.
I just tweeted it out, Bubba, actually, for anybody that wants to check it out.
So here's what Colton's trying to take care of his little buddy, making sure his little buddy maybe gets that, full-time Wednesday gig. Tuttle, Bubba the Love Sponge Show, 52924. Now, these are suggestions. The Venmo and the PayPal, push that, and that's at the Bubba Army, which today I don't think you pushed at all, Tuttle.
Well, I was picking my spots. I just wanted to know, Venmo and PayPal, it really helps me out at the Bubba Army.
Yeah, we didn't
Paid.
I don't think we got anything today. I think I got one PayPal today. I was very slow.
I had a T-shirt will on the.
Wow. Tuttle, we take all that in consideration while determining your value to the potential program.
BJE Pros.
Your video content was subpar today. Your money was down. Just saying by what people are usually graded by, not too good.
What about his performance on the show?
Good. And that's what's saving his ass right now.
Okay.
BubbaArmyMerch.com. Back in stock, the Bubba. So, Colton actually wrote all this stuff out. Back in stock, the new Flex Fit hats up to 2X.
Which I got one.
Order Operation Pigmentation shirts, Bubba Army sunglasses, only $4.99. Hoodies, blankets, cups, koozies. The list goes on. Then don't forget Latin Sons Hair Care Barbershop.
I talked about them.
Barbershop, main barber and owner Craig, second barber Rio.
This is so great.
And says maybe you can work Bubba into getting your hair cut down there and get some gas money. That's what he says. Hold on. Looks like we got a last minute Willie Lummy. John Kostika came in, $50 for the little tuds. Because I like my little tuds.
Oh, thank you.
The greatest Hoosier. Well, one of the greatest. Then Alex Stein information. Play it super cool with Alex Stein.
And I did.
You two might be long lost brothers. Similar man on the streets type deal. In your face reporting. Talk good about the merch crick and how much she does. Talk good about the merch crick and how much she's been busting her ass packing and shipping.
Yep.
Sent over 700 orders during the Memorial Day weekend. No Jew, no Hamas, no Israel, or Palestinian jokes. None. Be positive and contribute without causing conflict. Don't correct Bubba on small or insignificant mistakes.
And I did not.
Hey, you know what, Seth? I almost need this to hand this to new employees.
No, we're going to use this for sure in the future.
I mean, this needs to be, part of the rules around here.
We're going to give this. Yeah, we'll give
We
this to
saved the
Dan.
template. We sent.
We need to hand this to Dan and Babyface.
Yes.
Oh, we got
Well, they'll
Babyface.
both be here on Friday.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, back-to-back Babyface?
Hey,
Yeah.
executive producer,
Yes.
maybe take Babyface aside and say, contribute before counter,
Try to do the opposite you did last Thursday?
Yes, Jesus, he was a pain in my
Oh,
ass.
he's being a dick? Counterwise?
Yeah, just a straight dick. Anyway, Clem and Kush, the podcast that was available yesterday, is killing it. And Stoner and the Loner. What's the official title?
Loner and Stoner.
Loner and Stoner gets put up today, and it's all in our podcasting world. Go to Spotify. Our podcast is at The Bubba Army. iHeart, Bubba Army HQ, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, all at The Bubba Army. Appreciate you. We'll see you later.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lummit,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire of Council, co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council,
Rhett, the Filthy Ginger video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.